Oh no.
Hello! Oh, fuck. The first thing that's on the recording is just you going, oh no. Alright. Alright.
Accidental interruption, my bad.
It's okay. Welcome back to Nat19, Vestige of Ophiuchus, Campaign 1, Session 3!
Excellent!
And today...
About 3.
It's more than 2.
More than 2.
There it is.
That is what they say.
Thanks, I hate it.
I've heard that before. Today, Spencer is currently visiting, because
It's
it
true.
is for reasons, and so he is going to be downstairs. So if anyone who is watching back on YouTube has any confusion regarding heckin' why, it's gosh darn, it's why he's being, if he's weird or is like roll that for me, that's why. All right.
Fucking weirdo.
I'm feeling weird and off today, so let's see if I end up being weird and off in game. I'm gonna go ahead and roll, see who's going to give us the recap! Oh no. We've lost Chester.
Do it, Lost Chester.
Oh man.
Which technically means Aristo.
Oh shit.
Damn.
Why does that technically mean Aristo?
Because he's actual one.
I mean, who's to say?
And the timer's
What did
going.
you do to my fucking
Okay.
horse?
All right, so after we got our shit kicked in by Murkwire and those bandits, we woke up in like a pile of bone, like a swimming pool full of bones, basically. And wait, what?
What?
Okay, never mind. Okay, so we got attacked by some gnolls and some hyenas. We beat them up, and apparently, like this, we're calling them like mini Monroes, and that was real confusing. Traveled around a bit, found a big old Monroe. Eventually won that fight. Did some more scouting. Discovered there's like some weird like puzzle kind of door and like a lizard statue over in the west over here. And there was also a tiger. A tiger whose name was, what was this? Jerky the big old tiger. And he seemed real sad. We'll hopefully maybe we'll rescue him or something. And scouted out some more over to the east, and there was just a bunch of gnolls and like undead like gnoll witherlings that were like, some were sleeping. There were also some more hyenas. We tried to pull off like a big sneak attack, but it kind of fell apart immediately, and we just got in a big old fight. And yeah, I think that's most of it.
That's effectively what happened last time. Last time was a very combat exploration heavy game. Go ahead and take an inspiration.
Yay! Thank you, DM.
You're very welcome.
You're right, you are off.
So as we return to the Gnoll laboratory. Fucking, this is me today. I'm just got to accept it. I got to accept it early on that this is me today. And as we return to the Gnoll laboratory, we rejoin the group, one of which had just been struck down by a Gnoll who bit into his shoulder. He is stable, but he is also down. And you guys have... There's not much else for me to dramatically point out, apart from that fact. So go ahead and start your game.
No.
I'll get over it.
He's still alive. He's just knocked out.
I need to take him somewhere to rest.
That sounds...
Oh, no.
No. But rest sounds good, I may...
Oh, there is one thing you forgot. Oh, well, it doesn't matter.
reply.
Was it Gnick Snorkus?
It wasn't
Somewhere
Gnick
where he can
Snorkus, no.
spread himself out and get a good rest. I think that that swimming pool full of bones is probably good. I'm kidding.
Oh my god.
It's very cozy.
He got a good sleep there last time, so.
Yeah, I feel like we should find somewhere to like rest for a while.
I feel like maybe we should get out of here.
Well,
Yeah.
yeah, that's the overall goal.
Yeah.
3 hours.
I feel like immediate
thank you.
goal should be getting a rest in.
We can shut ourselves up in that room back there that had the large pillar. If we can take
Yeah.
some of the straw over there and lay Kitty down onto it, we can potentially have a pretty fortified position there.
It's true.
Mhm.
You can also rest in those like hallway things.
I don't
know,
trust those hallways.
I know what, that's fair. The point being, we need to find somewhere to rest.
Yes, please. That sounds good.
Probably
Nice.
for the best.
Yeah, nice.
Vogan,
nice
can you
8
do me a
hours.
favor?
Depends on what the favor is.
Can you gather some of that hay there and come with me?
Sure.
Are you guys?
What
Are
did
you guys going on a secret mission? Where are you going? Why'd you need that?
No, I need Vogan to carry some hay so I can lay Kitty on it.
Okay.
Cool.
That's the plan. Let us do so. We. Oh,
Yeah, they're definitely
sorry, I
having fun
forgot.
without us.
I forgot Kitty back here because I can't grab him, you see. He's on like a different plane.
He's on some sort of different layer of
Oh,
existence.
there he goes. All right, he caught up with me, guys. I'm gonna go get him now. Ah!
Whee!
Well, they look like they're having a lot of fun.
Your
Alright,
sensitivity.
I take the hay and I go over there.
You're,
and
you're,
just put it
you're-
down so we can put.
just
Miriam on
FYI, Carrie, your sensitivity's a bit high again. Spencer's
Kitty,
clipping.
get over there, you extra planar fuck. God, I love you. Yeah. Lock this door.
There's no lock.
Shut this door.
There you go.
Really tight.
All right, really tightly shut the door. What's everybody else doing? So Vogan came over here. He brought some hay with him. He set it down on the ground. And Quintus brought over Miriam, set him down on the hay. He will awaken in an amount of time that you guys don't currently know.
It's true.
So
What,
what
if
would
I
you...
just like slap him around a little? Will that wake him up?
You are free to try.
If you unstabilize him,
I like try and gently slap him awake. Wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up.
All right, that's 2 failed death saves.
I said gently.
And
My hobgoblin my friends could take this.
Oh, good lord.
Nothing.
sorry. What?
I'll try and just like gently slap him awake. Like, hey, Miriam, Kitty, wake up.
It's to no effect.
And I'll wake him up with my soothing voice.
Oh no.
Kitty!
Shut the
Wake up!
Kiss him. That'll wake him up. No.
True love's first kiss will awaken the prince.
Get him.
All right.
boy.
I guess I'll do it. Hmm.
So what is
No.
what are the others doing currently?
I mean,
Fenris, Fenris, are you okay? You look kind
Uh,
of hurt.
I'm fine. I feel like I've removed the arrow at this point.
We also know that there was a guy on the other side of this hall over here.
Yeah,
Because he was yelling out toward him.
I would like to rest, maybe not here. I'm not
Probably,
I don't
yeah.
want to stay here. I feel like we should leave.
I'm fine with joining the others.
I mean, if that's what everybody wants to do, then that's fine. I just feel.
You're very quiet, Gary.
Fuck!
Are you sure that other mic is even on?
Yes.
Yesterday
Trying to
fix
fucking
for
fix
it,
it,
but
yeah.
it's like
Oh,
Are you guys not holding push to talk or something? Because you keep cutting in and out.
she was
Yep.
holding it and then she let it go.
Yeah.
Is that better?
Is that
at all?
better?
Yes, you sound more even.
Okay.
All right,
There.
Good. Good.
Okay. I've forgotten what I was saying. I want to leave.
I can't agree more, but I'm not sure I can get through another battle like that last one.
Well,
I'm sorry.
I want you to feel better. I know. I just don't like it here.
Yeah, I don't like it here either.
It's not great.
Hi, Resto.
Hi.
I'm also
here. It's fine. I'll head on ahead. I'll have Billy to keep me company.
I mean,
No,
Billy's,
we're all
Billy's there,
heading
but you
there.
shouldn't. Yeah, you shouldn't go
But
off yourself. We're all going there. Let's walk and talk.
No, you're clearly having a private conversation. I don't wish to intrude.
Aristo,
It's not private. I'm just checking up on Fenris. It's fine. How are you?
Okay, I was trying to be discreet about this, but I need to find the facilities for a minute.
Oh, then by all means, go ahead.
Sorry, but
It's called the Giant Bone Pit.
No.
Sorry, I
No,
won't be but a
just
moment.
go ahead.
Piss on the
Go.
corpses.
Awful.
Stay in it, guys.
I'm gonna go around a corner and try and contact the voice in my.
Line number 1, you fuck. I'm watching you.
Number 1.
That I know of.
Alrighty.
It won't be the last.
Oh, I'm aware, but I'm watching you.
Do it. So yeah, once he thinks he's alone, he'll close his eyes and talk quietly under his breath. Can you hear me?
Can I hear him?
No.
Damn it.
Sorry, sorry to dismiss you earlier. There was something that desperately needed my attention. There were some developments.
Yes. Where have you been?
Might need to be more specific, like in the last few days, hours, weeks.
You've been unresponsive for over a week.
And just checking in the meta, do I remember talking to this person less than a week ago? Like, is it possible that I've been unconscious for a while, basically?
You would have been in contact. When you use your abilities, you are effectively in contact with them. So that means you haven't been using magic or what have you for over a week.
Over a week?
Yes.
Huh. Appears I was out a little longer than I thought. I was taking your advice, trying to get in good with this Kyverium fellow. We've been undertaking a job for him, but it seems to have gone a bit sideways. Now, in some sort of bone pit, torture, death maze, I don't know how to describe it. There's a lot of hyenas, gnolls, the like.
Every time I've tried to contact you over the last week, an image of a glowing weapon has blocked me.
What sort of weapon?
A large sword, similar to that, well, exactly like that was being wielded by the Dragonborn who cut you down.
Interesting.
I believe that weapon was made of mesite.
Interesting. So, I'm going to need to find out a little more about that. There was also another potential complication. The bandit leader had an ally, a Katsadria. She seemed to be able to sense my connection to you.
I wouldn't know why, but my kind have a very particular scent. Those that are familiar with it might be able to sniff it out.
Is this a common ability?
She would need a connection to another like me, or a very strong knowledge of the dark arts.
I cannot have my secrets being revealed. I need to know these things if it's going to be a risk. Is there anything else you're not telling me?
I have told you as much as you need to know.
Of course.
However, if that sword is in fact made of mesite, and if that dragonborn has weaponized that gemstone, whatever research produced it may be the answer to what you came here for.
Good to know, good to know. I'll get right on it, boss.
I would recommend getting that weapon to Kyverium. In his hands would be the best chance of reverse engineering a way to restore that which is lost.
Sounds like fun. It's been a while since I've done a proper heist.
Do you have any
Should be a
memories of the last? Sorry, you were talking and I interrupted you. But
Oh, I'm sorry.
it's all right. There's a delay in this sort of communication.
I'm so very sorry. I am underground. Maybe the signal's getting a bit bad.
That makes sense. I am in the water, so there's like water and then air and then ground to deal with.
Oh, it's a whole thing. You'd think they'd work out the kinks, but whatever. Yes, I was saying getting that sword should be a good bit of fun. It's been a while since I've gone on a proper heist.
Do you remember anything from the last week?
Basically, just a few scattered images. I think I may have been interrogated, possibly tortured, but it's all basically a blur.
I see. I had done my best when I realized my connection to you was being blocked to fortify your mind. But it seems I could only do so much.
Well, the effort is appreciated. I don't seem to be too horribly mentally scarred from the experience.
Find your allies again and get yourself back on the right track.
Do you think they can be trusted? Some of them seem a bit odd.
Aristo, are you pooping? Because you're taking a really long time.
Sorry! It's something I ate. I just go on ahead.
Okay.
Just won't be but a moment.
You should have some stew. Stew with him.
For now, your priority should be to find that Dragonborn and to make sure you secure a connection with Kyverium.
Will do.
Whether or not your allies are trustworthy doesn't mean anything to me. Use them as you would.
It's always so nice when we're on the same page. You know, cut the connection.
And he is, well, it
walk
is
away.
out.
You're right.
And I walk away.
And now walk away.
I'm not. Where are we going? I'm just going to. All right. Well, goodbye.
So just try and get around you. Or...
And I brain away. All right.
And I'll rejoin the others.
You cut your connection. As you do, you'd be familiar enough with this. After you sever the connection, you realize that you feel much colder than you had before, as is a common occurrence whenever you're in contact with them. You slowly feel like anytime you're in even mental contact with them, your body begins to shiver and freeze. But you quickly get back up to the temperature of the facility that you're in. And
my trusted allies.
Aristo goes to rejoin the others.
Alright.
And we are also
Thank you, my
there.
trusted allies.
Yes.
If you would close those doors, please.
Hey.
All right.
What took you so long? Were you taking a poop?
Aristo was taking a poop.
Yes.
It took forever.
I keep telling you, you gotta eat proper meals.
You keep eating meat raw, Vogan. I don't want to hear talking proper meals from you.
I don't know what you're talking about.
You can cook things, Vogan.
I
Like
can,
in a
yes.
stew.
Perhaps you should more frequently.
I do, though.
Do you?
Yes. You just haven't seen me do it.
I see.
Good talk.
Fenris.
Mhm.
You had said that Kitty was stable.
Mhm.
Do you have any idea how long it will take him to regain himself?
If no magic heals him, or, well, to be frank, around 24 hours. That might not be correct.
That is absolutely not correct.
Oh!
So the correct
a long time. How will he
The
poop?
correct answer. The correct.
A very long
The correct vague answer is within probably like 3 or 4 hours. The DM answer is, do you
a
want to
long
roll?
rest.
Do you want to roll a medicine check to see if you can tell how he's doing?
Wait, totally. Whoops.
I will step out of the way to allow her to get near him.
Oh no.
You guess 2 to 3 hours. He's in pretty stable condition.
We know that there's someone else here, and, well, I feel a lot better about going after them if Kitty was up and at him. Do you think we should all wait here, or do you think it's too dangerous to allow him to remain after defeating all of his men?
I think a rest would probably be beneficial. That's just my opinion on the matter.
I agree. I think we should all rest. At least one of us should keep a watch, so we're not ambushed.
Don't worry, I have eyes like a hawk.
I don't doubt you do.
Fucking wish that your familiar was a hawk, so you could just then be like,
No
and I have a
Oh
hawk
my
like an
God.
eyes. All right, so who's?
Maybe one day.
I seem to be in one of the best shapes here, so I will make my way over and keep an eye out in the hallway.
Sure.
If you need help or a torch might be a good idea.
I will take a torch. You should lay
Okay.
down. You're
Yeah.
covered in a lot of blood.
So-
you lay down.
Is this the group taking? Are you guys looking to take a short rest, long rest? And I assume you're just waiting for Miriam.
I think
to
long
wait.
rest.
We'll try to start a long rest. We'll see what Miriam is like whenever he wakes up.
I can
Miriam.
roll a hit die. I have
All right.
one
Miriam,
hit
my
die.
He's not awake to
This is why
defend himself.
this is why I call him Kitty.
That's fair enough. Okay, so if you guys are starting a long rest, then good to know. So then we're gonna pass by 3 hours go by. Around this point, you all find that you are starting to get very hungry. You don't know when the last time you properly ate was. You know that it would have been sometime when you were unconscious, but you are all hitting the point where if you don't eat probably by the end of this rest, then you're gonna suffer a level of exhaustion.
Can I eat rations?
Totally.
No.
Anyone that wants to eat rations,
Same.
tick one off.
Yeah.
3 hours pass, and I'm just gonna bump us right up to the next heckin'. 3 hours pass. I'm going to roll a die for the outside, but because you guys have expunged most of the random encounter table, yeah, waiting outside. Huh. Also, are you guys, if you're taking a long rest, are you guys rotating watches properly? Because otherwise, someone's gonna have to not.
I'm gonna take a short rest to allow them to take a long rest. Because I don't have any other problems other than that.
Okay, that works totally fine for me.
That way they can have their rest and they can go through things.
In that case,
worried.
Quintus, you don't have any hit points to recover, so I'm just going to give you your short rest. Boof, you'll be omitted from the overall long rest. And the rest of you begin your long rest. You guys get about 2 hours in. Well, 3 hours total, but 2 hours after the short rest. Miriam, you find yourself stirring awake, looking straight up at the relatively tall ceiling in this particular room. Your eyes come to and everything is blurry at first, but after a second your eyes adjust and you see everyone around you. Everyone a little bit worse for wear, but everybody still present.
Well, it's good that no one's dead.
Kitty,
Good morning.
I have to watch, but Kitty's over there. But I have to watch, but Kitty's over there.
Go see Kitty. It's fine. I'll watch.
Okay, thank you. Woo! I just like rush over and slide over toward Kitty. Kitty!
I get knocked over. 1 hit point of damage. Bleh.
Oh no!
That'd be really bad. That'd be really, really bad.
How are you feeling? You need to eat.
Also,
Oh, yes.
we'll assume the current hour, by the way, is everyone's 1 hour of general inactivity during the long rest. That way that you're not all asleep currently. Unless, do any of you want to be sleeping currently, as per your long rest?
I'll be sleeping.
Okay.
I'll sleep.
You're sleeping. So, Lexi, you are currently in your 1 hour of being able to do whatever you want while you're doing stuff. Fenris, are you awake or asleep?
I feel like I might have been well, yeah,
You
I'll
should
be
probably
trancing.
sleep.
Yeah, I got a trance.
Cool.
Trancing. Yeah, you're right. You can trance and fucking do all kinds of cool stuff.
You're in a better situation. Cool. So, Lexi, Quintus, and Miriam are the people who are awake, and Fenris is aware but trancing. Now that we have that set, go ahead.
Kitty,
Sorry.
I'm sorry I couldn't stop that man from... You should
it's
rest
not your
up.
fault, big guy.
You should
I
rest
will,
up. I'm watching.
Yeah, I
Sorry.
might do that.
Here, eat some rations. I'm
thank
gonna give
you.
him my last ration.
Alright, you have mine. I'll give you mine.
Okay, here you go.
Oh my god, wholesome.
Get married, goddamn you!
Eat up. Lay on your bed, and we'll start to leave whenever you're feeling better. The others need to rest as well. I'll keep an eye out.
I think I'm actually remembering something wrong.
Kitty, how are you feeling?
Oh yeah, it's 2 hours. Never mind. But, just FYI. Sorry, just real quick. Keep going. You guys had an extra hour I wasn't accounting for.
Neat.
Cool.
We're probably have to rest a little bit longer for Kitty anyway. So
Yeah.
My shoulder really hurts, but otherwise, I've been worse. Probably.
Get that shoulder cut.
Oh!
you know you're not allowed to die before me.
I'm not dead, am I?
Are you guys in love?
Hmm?
Are you?
Of course I love him. He's my best friend.
Oh, I knew it.
Adorable.
She's just beaming, like, oh.
Either way, I'm gonna go.
Okay.
Love you. I'm
got
kidding.
it.
Just-
You
Sorry.
take care. I'm just gonna sleep a little bit, I think.
Feel better?
You can go and lay down whenever you want to, Lexi.
Are you sure? I mean, like, you need to rest too.
Nah, I'm fine. Strong as an ox.
I'll eat my
Oh,
my
okay.
rations and I'll pass the fuck back out.
Okay.
Mm.
I'm gonna go over next to Fenris and get all snuggled up with her.
Ah!
Ah!
Very cheery, very brightly smiling thumbs up toward Lexi, like, I'm fine.
She believes you.
Yeah, I have full health. I'm good.
Dude, same. I'm fucking.
Wow, can't relate, you guys.
Cat now.
She is all things.
She is all the cute parts of every animal.
Yeah.
Oh my
Still in
god.
trance. Fenris just puts a hand on her head.
Yay. And now I'm resting.
Continuing watch.
Okay, so you... Just to be clear, do you want to start trying to get in a long rest now that Miriam is awake? Because yours would basically sync up with his.
Yes.
Well, everyone else is already... You're already 3 hours into yours.
Yeah. What?
I'm
Huh?
I
think
I
Lexi
said,
said
I
yes.
said yes.
I'm waiting for an answer from you, though, Deco.
Yeah.
Oh, for me?
Oh.
Oh, I'm watching, so I can't.
Yes, you can.
I can?
if you start your long rest now and you take like the 8 hours that Miriam's taking, you could take up to 2 hours to watch, and then if you start rotating out with everyone else as per regular watch order, then you can take a long rest.
Nah, I'll just stay up.
Okay.
Yeah, you only need to like take 2. I mean, you can watch for another 2 hours and then as part of your long rest, right? And
yeah,
then
exactly.
wait for Fenris to get up to.
It's true.
You know,
Oh right, how long does Fenris have to transport?
Well, it's
Yeah, you're good.
it's regardless because A, their long rest is all going to end before yours, and B, they can all just then take their 2 hours during the rest.
Sure,
like
then,
even
that's-
those,
that's fine
yeah.
with me.
And
Sure,
like
then, that's
you
fine.
have to wait the full 8 hours for Miriam to take one anyways, so it's just very like, do you want to get one in? It's also easier on me because instead of doing that, I can assure you guys there's no more big encounters in this place, and I can just be like, rest, whole party, done.
Sure, dude.
Nice.
Oh,
Oh, thank God.
Yay.
All right.
I must have dozed off a second there.
I got all my shit back.
All right. I'm gonna go ahead and
alive.
push you guys forward another 8 hours collectively. A bunch of you would finish your rest and feel relaxed, but by the end of it, it looks like Miriam still needs a little bit of extra time, and Quintus pushed himself to keep watch earlier, so you guys realize he needs a bit of time to catch up and not be exhausted as well. Eventually, you guys hit the point where you're good. All of you feel rested up. You've treated your wounds as best you can. You've still got some bandages and some things that need to heal, but for the most part, you guys recover.
Logan, my rations didn't come back on my long rest.
Oh, how weird.
Man, sucks to suck.
I'm just gonna go ahead and get that back.
Oh, did I accidentally set that to once? Oh, that should have been every short
Yeah.
rest. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, last game you weren't on the ball, so
Yeah,
we
well.
had to fix a bunch of stuff. So
Thanks for
I guess
looking
this
out
is
for
just
me.
lingering on. Yeah, no problem, man. So yeah, when everybody wakes up, like Vogan will address the group like, so where should we head to first? We still got top priorities getting out of this place. Any
door.
ideas?
There's,
We still
there's
got. We did hear that person over there. We could try and take care of him, or we could try and maybe head to that door.
You think he's still there?
If we try to take out that last person, if they're still there, then at that point we can have the entire run of this place to ourselves to try to escape. Not
Yeah.
to mention, I'd rather take him down with not have to worry about a dagger in the dark.
It's true, but we just took like, I don't know, 10 hours to rest, and we weren't bothered at all.
We also need to find time to let Jerky out.
Why?
Because it deserves to be free.
We'll let him out as soon as we find the exit to this place.
You
I
sure
was
he's
saying-
not gonna be
I was-
aggressive?
Oh, he'll probably 100% be aggressive, but we'll have to try to get away from him.
Lexi, he's.
Don't
he's
worry,
starving.
I'm
He's liable
fantastic
to
with
attack
animals.
us.
No, he's fine. Especially if we feed him. Like, I can feed him, and then he probably won't attack us.
Whatever, that's on you then.
Okay.
I gave him my food earlier. He should have probably eaten it by now if it's been that long.
That was very nice of you, Mario.
If we can get through the remaining parts of this place and find out if there's anything remaining, such as that creature that the other one was yelling toward, then we can try to figure out where we can leave this place and meet up with that person you all said you had seen.
Yeah. Hey, Aristo, can you, I don't know, get your owl to scout where that guy was supposed to be?
Oh, certainly. I believe he should be up for the task. What do you say, Billy?
Flutters
Billy's
its
an
wings.
We should all ready ourselves and get around that area just in case he does come out upon seeing anything, though.
Billy spreads its wings with a certain degree of excitement. You see little, what looks like tiny little glitters of like tiny snowflakes seem to fall out of its feathers as it spreads them.
No. So cute.
It's very cute.
I have one question to ask all of you.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
What is it?
Do you mind if we start off with the torch? I couldn't see anything.
Oh, okay.
They could just, couldn't see anything, and have this torch, and doesn't. I want to hit things with my mace, but just,
Wait, so you can't see stuff in the dark?
No.
No.
Okay.
Not with my
I didn't know that.
puny human eyes. I'm kidding.
I didn't know that.
Looks away from Quintus.
My puny human eye. I'm kidding.
Averts gaze.
Alright, so if you're sending Venadath out, where would you like to send him?
Let's see. Should we check out?
I was saying we should probably get into this area first before doing that, just in case he sees the owl and goes for a run. Like, we should be ready to go after him.
Ready to ambush anybody who comes running after the owl?
You can make your familiar invisible, right?
No, I can retract him into like a pocket dimension, but only certain familiars have invisibility.
Oh.
I see.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. We should like be around here-ish, just in case like it starts like things get bad.
Sure.
If anything happened for us leaving the area, Logan?
Leaving there, nothing happens to you. You guys get back to there. Doesn't seem like anybody's been out for a while. At least looking through there, all the bodies remain where they were. The shattered bones are
dead. You gotta let it go, man.
No.
Oh,
Just
no.
like a ghostly image of Kitty like grabs on Quintus' shoulder. My death wasn't your fault. You have to let it go.
Oh my god.
What are you talking about, Kitty? Let's go.
How long is he gonna be on this kitty thing for?
For as long as his delusions entertain him.
Kitty died 1 year ago today.
What?
Oh my
No, that was
God.
the rest of my family, Ghost of Kitty. I mean, regular Kitty.
All right. So you're going to send him up that way. Are you sending him up in any particular manner?
As stealthily as possible, and I'll be sharing his senses.
Okay. So go ahead and roll a +3 stealth check for me, please. That's pretty good.
Yeah,
Okay, first
Hell
roll,
yeah.
not bad.
Alrighty. I'm just
One of
gonna.
them not bads.
I'm gonna roll something.
We'll take it.
Okay. As it flies by, as the owl continues down that way, I've got to get onto the layer where I can show you stuff. Ba-ba-da-ba-doo-ba-doo-ba-doo-ba-doo-ba-doo. As it flies down, it's basically more of the same, more brick hallway. The strong smell of like old dried blood still fills the area. As you head down, you immediately turn in the corner. Just gonna boop. You see there is a door that appears to be leading up to another room, as well as a way down, and the hallway seems to continue down that way. As he comes around the corner, as he gets to about here, his stealth check was high enough that he flutters down to the ground and pokes his tiny owl head around and looks into that room. And as he does, he sees that inside of that
Fireball.
room... a javelin! Fucking, as he does, Murkwire walks out, one-shots the owl, walks towards... It just, this campaign just becomes every encounter always ends with Murkwire showing up.
Son of a bitch!
Oh. Going in there, the main thing that you notice is one is sitting on a bench. Well, all three of them are sitting on a bench, seemingly talking to each other, but there are 3 gnolls in there.
Ooh.
All right, I'll whisper that. At least 3 more gnolls.
Is there more to explore?
I think I can't actually hear you because I'm hearing through Billy's.
Oh, right. Yeah.
Shit.
Hey, is there more?
Oh my god!
Jesus Christ.
No, he's smart enough to know.
Thank
I
God.
believe it.
Okay, then yeah, let's have him back down here. and see what's around.
All right. As you, by the way, as you go into that room, you can't. It doesn't seem like it's coming from there, but there's a smell coming from up in that direction that smells like boiling meat, and smells very strongly of blood.
Ugh. Ooh, delightful.
And
Oh no.
Sounds like they're cooking in here.
Would I smell that with my foxy snout?
not from where you are.
Okay, cool. Bleh.
Again, boo. So you're gonna continue down that way. As you do, you see there's a path that leads downward as you move that way. And additionally, there's another path that seems to lead up. You notice at this point there's various doors that all connect into that room. It seems to just be a secondary area. There's a whole bunch of scrapes on the walls and what look like spots where paintings used to be, and where it looks like shelves were ripped off the walls in that room a long time ago. There's like hinges and whatnot that clearly were once attached to shelves. So the original purpose of that room is unknown. It looks like the Gnolls have effectively gutted the room that they're currently in for whatever purposes they had. Looking down, you can see the end of the hallway. I'm going to just go ahead and...
That's a much bigger area than I thought it would be.
Yep. You see a very soft blue glow coming from down there. It reminds you very much of the softer green glow that had been near the entrance.
Ooh,
near the puzzle
that
door.
definitely gets my attention, and I tell Billy to check that out as carefully as possible.
Alrighty. As you fly down to there, you see there is... I'm going to make sure I get the right thing. There's a very large statue of what seems like a giant frog that has somewhat draconian features. Like its eyes look more like fierce than that of what you'd expect from a giant frog. It's got like little spikes on it. There is a inscription written on it. I'm going to find the right sheet. I don't have the right thing up. What is this? G6. Looking at it, there's a inscription written on it, same as the other one that lists Beh. Curd, hopping blue menace.
It just lists.
It says Beh. There is an inscription written upon it that reads. You also see what looks like a very tiny lockbox that seems to have been placed near one of its feet underneath it that is just sitting there and doesn't look nearly as dusty as other things here. In its mouth, there is a palm-sized glowing blue orb that is looks like gently placed within its slightly open mouth.
Interesting. I'll say that. It's another statue with another orb. This one's a frog with a blue orb.
Probably want to check that out.
Indeed.
And just since we're here, since I'm not going to be
That's just like right down there, right? Like just.
Nice. Is there more to explore, Billy? You can't hear me, but is there more to explore, Billy?
Yeah, I can't hear you, but I'm going to explore more.
Oh, good.
He gets the message.
Let's check out up here.
I'd like you to roll another. I'd like you to roll me another stealth check, please.
Both with draconian features.
Oh, there we go.
As he flies by, you looking through his senses. Could you, by the way, target Venadath real quick? Just a trick that we learned when we were playing Tomb this week. If you target him, I can always check how far away you are just by looking at the line.
Yeah, perfect.
Heckin, as he passes by, you get the distinct impression that you're directly within the eye line of one of the Gnolls, but you do not get the impression that you were noticed.
Oh, nice.
That was close.
Looking around that corner, again, Billy sees a soft red glow.
Oh.
And again, similar to that one, sees a very large statue of what appears to be a large coiled snake with, again, instead of normal scales, it seems like it had more armor plating on it. It looked like a very dangerous, very large cobra, and this one has written on it. I'm gonna doop-a-doo, another inscription, same place as the other one. Poof. Seed, fire-breathing serpent. Again, another.
Can you repeat what the first one was again? Because we don't have that anymore.
Is
Yeah.
that one Earth? Is this
Thanks, man.
elemental? This feels elemental.
Forest dwelling lizard.
Rock.
Rock.
Which you had identified that Harok was an Adolos.
Mm-hmm. So we can assume that all of these are Adolos as well.
Going down, and then going down that way. Heckin'.
God, I love Billy.
See to the end of the hallway. It just turns off. At this point, you are overwhelmed by, again, it's the sense of cooking meat and blood seems to be stronger. This place, it seems to be funneling out through these hallways wherever the smell's coming from.
All right. Let's try and get a little bit farther.
All right. As you move forward, roll me a perception check. So it's it'd be based on both hearing and sight. Roll me a perception check with advantage for Venadath.
Gotcha. And what was his bonus?
Plus 3.
Nice.
Oh, damn.
Do it.
Okay, so then he's not going to get
Hell
taken by
yeah.
surprise, but he does notice
Oh.
that as he flies by that one, the gnoll that he thought he'd bypassed that hadn't seen him seems to leap out suddenly from it with just a very "Gotcha!" and lunges towards him. It is not going to have advantage, but that boy saw him
Crap.
and is going to try to go for a bite on your dear owl boy.
Bye, Billy.
Billy can do this. I believe in him.
And misses.
I
Billy! Good boy, Billy!
I have to save Billy.
From where it was
Oh my God.
from where it was sitting, it seems like it had been it had noticed Billy fly by and had been waiting for it to fly by the other side. At this point, you'd see through the owl senses that the others are also aware at this point, like they're looking over curiously. As it reaches up and it snaps, it yells, "Got you!" And then its fangs come down just in front of Venadath, who quickly flutters back away from it. You would become distinctly aware that they're aware of you. Initiative's going to be rolled because they are now pursuing the owl that has found its way in here.
Oh, boy.
So, Arista, you want to say something out loud, or?
They, yeah, he's definitely saying this. Like, but, he's been spotted. Yeah,
Yep.
they are after him.
We'll
Did
assume
they-
Well,
we'll
here we
assume that
go.
you'll say that on your turn. So right up until there, they're gonna get to go really quick. You just hear Runic unnoticed be like, "Can't even catch an owl. That's pathetic, tongue hunter." And he just is scoffing, having snapped his jaws
hunter?
too hard.
Oh, tongue hunter, not ton.
I thought it was Ton Gunter.
I thought it was ton gunter too.
It's tongue hunter.
Tongue hunter.
To Gunter.
And he just seems he crosses his arms and is just laughing at his friend. And we're going to assume that that information is not given till there. You see him just being like, "Catch it and eat it already! We're waiting for our proper meal!" They don't seem at all interested.
Oh no, don't eat Billy.
Not Billy. Oh no.
He's going to get one more. He's going to get
Oh,
one
no.
more attack on it.
Really? He
Yep.
just would.
That was
Bye,
was
Billy.
him having seen it and ready in action.
Ah.
Logan, how are they attacking Billy? Are they choking him?
No, he is again. He misses. He reaches up, grabs him, brings him down, and brings his fangs down around his head.
Oh my god. Yeah,
Billy, Billy's out.
Oh,
Get
Billy!
it.
We
You-
were joking that like Aristo was still sensing it, and these guys were just
Aristo, the
choking
last-
him, and Aristo's like, "Ah!"
Aristo, the last thing you see/feel/hear is the crunching of bone and the feeling of fangs as Billy poofs away.
Damn it.
Billy, no.
But we just saw how cute he was.
Wanted to fucking get him out of there. He rolled a nat 20. Or not a nat 20, but still.
But still.
With advantage.
He did, and he heckin' saw him, and he didn't get his first attack.
Turn on the boys.
It happens.
Me.
They ate Billy.
Ah.
Oh no, Billy.
Does that mean we're? Do they know we're here, or?
No, they seem to have thought he was just a regular owl. They just wanted a meal.
Okay. Well, I think at some point we're gonna have to take out those gnolls to get to the
What do you
snake
mean,
statue.
some point? Let's get them now.
Yeah.
I mean, may as well. Well,
They
We
took
are
out one of our
here.
own, so we have to take them down.
okay. Are we still in initiative, Logan?
At this point, you'd be out of it.
Okay,
Okay.
cool.
We.
So then we can try and set up maybe some sort of.
Oh yeah,
like
I
infratrop
meant to also mention that you had noticed there was what is that, G5? You had noticed whenever you looked into that room, there was a relatively large storage chest in that room as well. I had
Oh, yeah, it's
forgotten
right
to
here.
mention that. Yeah.
Ooh.
I'm coming to avenge you, Billy.
Wait. Lex, go
Plan.
first.
Okay.
All right.
I'm coming to avenge you after Lexi, Billy.
As me or as a fox?
Probably. Oh, jeez.
You can't shoot him as a fox, Lexi.
Yeah, you
That's
can't.
true.
Possibly important to note, Billy's not dead. It's just his
It's the
corporeal
principle of the. What
form.
do you mean he's not dead?
He poofed.
Yeah, you
He's-
just poofed away.
He's a magical creature. It's just his
What?
corporeal form that was destroyed. I can
that
always
what hap-
resummon him.
Is that what would happen to you, Lexi?
No.
I was gonna
No.
say, like he's like looking at you with giant eyes, confused, Ted Hilton, fucking head tilted, like, what?
You just
What
hear
do
from
you
the back of the
mean?
group.
I don't
no.
think you understand.
What?
He's obviously grief-stricken, Lexi. Let's go.
Okay. Going in, I guess.
I'm just so
Probably won't
broken
roll stealth.
inside.
Yeah, I'm a stealth it.
All right.
Do it.
All right, Lexi, if you're stealthing in, nice.
That's
All
right. I changed.
That's because I rolled it.
It's also because I changed the color of my dice last game. Like, maybe this will work, like changing my dice.
Yeah.
Like,
Well,
fucking-
that's smart.
Alrighty. Going in, you hadn't seen through the owl's eyes. When you look in, you only see one Gnoll in there who appears to be paying attention to the storage chest. He appears to have been just closing it and is bent down messing with latches on it that don't look like they're locks, but he seems to be having some trouble messing with them. You just hear him being like,
Darn thing always sticks. Ah.
Guys,
Take him down, Lexi.
okay.
Yeah.
The
May as well.
question was about to be, am I killing them? But then I was like, take them down. Okay.
We don't
I'ma
take
shoot 'em.
prisoners from owl killers.
Jesus. Wait, there's a wall there. I need to go over one more space.
I mean, sure.
Yeah, cool.
I feel like it doesn't matter, but whatever.
It matters to me.
All right.
and just
Shoot him.
You're going to shoot him?
Yes.
Okie dokie. Roll me a perception check real quick.
Okay. Well, that's not great.
11.
As you roll that, as you take aim, you hear a scratch and what sound like pebbles on the ground being disturbed behind you. And you see behind you, over there, you see a shadow duck back in behind the wall.
Guys, there's one behind me. Should I shoot this one? Should I
Shoot
shoot the
that
one
one
behind me?
first.
Okay, I'm shooting that one.
As soon as you
Quietly.
speak out loud, we are going to go into initiative.
Fair.
The
we
moment
go.
you delegate it with anybody.
Wait, well, this guy knows she's here. This guy doesn't.
You can get a sneak attack on him. They all know you're there because when he bit the head off that owl, it disappeared into snowy blue dust. So he was like, well, that's a familiar.
No.
How would he know what a familiar is? He's a
That-
stupid gnoll.
Yeah.
Yeah, they don't
Gnolls
know.
might not know what a
They don't
familiar
know.
is.
And yet they do. Lexi,
That's
so
weird.
That one's going to be surprised, who was, by the way, totally just acting as a decoy, but he can't help the fact that he still doesn't know you're there.
Yep.
He's surprised. Actually, the only one that's not going to be surprised is Runic, because he's the only one that went around and was going to try to get the drop on you. So,
Oh, jeez.
going through turn order, Miriam.
Oh, does she not get
I don't get my shot?
No, because you started talking to the others instead of taking a shot.
God damn it, Lexi!
I was warning!
Oh my god, you should have shot!
Take the shot.
The moment you asked them what to do, he became aware that you guys had probably caught on to him, especially because you were like, there's one behind me. He's closer to you, meaning that if you were talking loud enough for them to hear you, he could definitely hear you. So I don't see why he wouldn't immediately be like, and I'm found!
Fuck up, Spencer!
Get him, Kitty, from behind there, all the way back where you are,
Okay.
in this tight hallway.
You can't, unless I dash, I can't get over there, and I don't want to get into melee, so I'm just gonna twiddle my thumbs for this turn.
Gotcha.
That's a good call.
Alright. Then Lexi.
Now shoot!
Now shoot!
Alright.
Okay.
Shooting.
Yeep.
Does she have advantage?
Yes, she will. Because even though Soren up there was totally like, fuck, there's someone here, and was acting like a decoy, it doesn't change the fact that he still is unaware of your presence.
Alright, so, yeah, you do. You're from stealth.
Oh, shit. Cool. All right.
Yep. That's a hit.
Oh, nice.
Okay.
Go ahead and roll with sneak attack added on. You fight. You take your crossbow out, you fire it at him, it hits his back, he lets out a go, there are others! You were right! And you just hear from off behind you, I know! As the other one rushes out from where he's hiding. Is that your whole turn, Lexi? Or do you want to do anything
Did I use
else?
a bonus action or no?
No.
You have not
haven't
used your bonus action.
Your movement or your bonus action.
Okay, so I could, in theory, move down.
Yeah, you.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know if you can
Huh?
if you can bonus action offhand attack.
No, your crossbow
because-
is a two-handed weapon. We've been over that.
Yeah, it's two-handed.
Yeah, so
we'll be
can't
able
do
to that. Damn it! All right, then I'm not.
So
gonna
then
do
you
that.
could
A
get
bonus
out of the
action
way.
Yeah, you
hide
could move
again.
down so like other people can go through the door.
Yeah, you
That's
could
true.
move.
Oh yeah, I could do
Out
that.
of the way.
Yeah.
Get like right
Does
there.
that count as hiding from the other one, Logan? Even behind that wall.
be out of
He can't see you, so yes. I will say that given that the other one's paying attention to you and they are communicating, you'd roll with disadvantage.
Oh.
Fair.
Okay.
Because the
You wanna
moment he
try
turns
anyway?
around, he's going to see that, Runic's engaging with you.
Yeah.
We'll try it anyway.
Do
Yeah.
it anyway.
Oh, you dropped a 20! You got it. All right, you got a 12.
12 isn't bad. A 12 isn't bad.
I'm gonna roll a perception check for Sorn. And they're not that. He got a 20.
Well, heck. No, that's not how this works. You're not allowed to roll well.
Yeah, what am I fucking telling you?
Do you not remember last game, guys?
Yeah.
Owe it to us, Logan.
I owe you nothing.
You owe us the world.
I have altered the dice. Pray, I do not alter them further.
I knew you did that.
You start rolling your checks, and they all just are D10s all of a sudden. You're like, fucking Logan! What? All right.
Yeah, that's probably her turn.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So you're hiding from, he's aware of you. He's very much like, you're down there. Fenris.
Get him, Fenris, through all of us.
Do it.
She can't.
Oh, she's fine. She can.
Unless she dashes. Oh no, she can Misty Step if she wants.
Excuse me. Pardon
It's
me.
true.
No. I might. This doesn't look like a good situation. Let's
Yeah, you have 30 feet of bodies in front of you.
Yeah.
Effectively 30 feet.
I don't want Lexi to be in big trouble because it looks like there's multiple guys down the hall.
Hey,
Yeah,
you know
I
that
will-
Lexi can handle herself.
I
She's
know, but
fine.
we're in this together, bitch. Listen.
all in this
Bitch.
together, bitch.
I'm gonna Misty Step over here because of my friend.
Yay!
All right, go ahead and mark off your Misty Step. You You step into some shadows, you reappear from the shadows over there. You still have your movement. That was your bonus action.
And I can only see the one that's in front of Lexi, correct?
From where you currently are, that's right.
Then I'll probably attack that one.
Okie doke.
Excuse me, Lexi, pardon me.
Luckily, none of them
Excuse
are
me,
of the
sorry,
Snorkus tribe,
sorry.
so you guys might be able to beat them.
I'm going to hit him with my mace. Ba-bam.
Oh yeah.
Totally,
Hell
you
yeah.
rush up, you smack him with your mace, do him a damage. Kaboom. Yeah, you
Ba-bam.
rush up, you
I did it with that.
you strike him. He's like lurking just around the hall, preparing to lunge at Lexi. You come around the corner and you bash him in the skull with the club, and he just he backs up slightly, puts both hands on his head, and just goes, "Gah! Gah!
Excuse
Why?
me, the enemy is with me.
Why?
Uh,
Oh,
your enemy is with me, foul thing. That's my turn.
This is my friend.
all right. Aristo, you're up.
All right, let's see. 5, 10.
Get your
20.
revenge, Aristo.
So I can get like here.
Yeah,
Yes, I'll get right on that. Damn them and such.
I will say,
Oh,
just
Billy.
you could definitely, you could. I will say just ahead of time, you can target him, but he will have partial cover just because you're going.
Billy.
You're going around 2 corners.
Red.
Oh, that's you. I gave you cover. Actually, yeah, he's got cover. Just hit the -2 button underneath your heckin' thing. Your chat.
Also, it still says that Miriam is unconscious and stable.
Oh no.
Well, maybe he is. You don't know.
Oh, yeah, maybe. I don't know.
Kitty is a known
Yeah.
sleepwalker.
So yeah, just hit the -2 underneath the near the modifier window underneath your chat box, and then go ahead and roll that attack if that's what you want to do. I don't know if that's what you want to do.
Making a lot of assumptions here. I'm
It's also
gonna.
as if warlocks only. I'm kidding.
Hex.
Oh, you're hexing him. Nice.
Oh.
Let's real quick. Yeah, then target him with that specifically. Baboop. All right, you go up, you hex him. Which one did you put on him? Strength?
Strength.
Makes sense.
And where is Eldritch Blast?
Where's that good old Eldritch Blast?
There it is.
Oh! And it doesn't hit.
It's gold.
Oh my god!
I think I...
Fucking Aristo, the damage dealer of the party.
That
Shit.
that
Wait,
was
how much
almost
pepper was on that one?
that was almost maximum.
That was almost all the pepper.
Insane.
Jesus.
Now Lexi and
You
Fenris
come
are
around the
splattered
corner,
with blood.
you aim your cane at him, and you unleash a blast. As you do, you feel your powers surge in energy suddenly, and as it hits him, not only is he killed, again, just rather than his body being frozen, it seems like the cold somehow the energy burned away his body, and just a frozen ice sculpture of him remains where he was.
Huh.
Oh, that's cool.
You all right over there?
Thanks,
Thumbs up.
Ernesto.
Fucking one-shotted him. Nice. Well, he had taken some damage, but that would have one-shotted him in any case.
It's absurd. Yeah, that's my turn.
Oh. Alright. Which throws us at Quintus!
All right.
Switch over
I'm
right
coming to save you guys. Oh, yeah. Oh, whoa, wow. Good job. Anyway,
It's basically goo. Oh my
as
god.
far as I can go.
Alrighty.
I could go more if I dashed.
Could do so.
Mm.
Or I could throw
Or-
a javelin at him.
Or you could
Could
just-
do that too.
Real,
I'ma throw a
real
javelin.
quick though. Real quick
Yeah.
though. So you have a torch out, I assume.
Probably.
Okay, so my question here is, you have your torch and your shield, so you need to free up one hand so you can javelin.
I mean, obviously, I dropped the torch.
Okay.
No, Nico.
I mean, it's a stone floor. Unless he throws it on the hay, it's not going to do a whole lot.
I throw it on the hay! I'm just really into that, you see. I'm just really into burning hay.
Am I a pyromaniac?
Hey, Questions for later.
Never
All
had
right.
the chance to find out before.
Hey-ya!
That's a hit.
Hey-ya!
So he has a crossbow bolt in his back. He turns around to look for Lexi and gets that amazing perception check where he sees you duck away, and as he does, he sees a bolt of cold energy fly across the door and then a knight come through, throw a torch at the ground, and hurl a javelin. It sticks into him before he properly turns around. So now he's got a crossbow bolt and a javelin digging into his back. He's like, ah!
Oh, how many of you are there?
Who's Tissy?
The only one you have to worry about is right here. I
All
put my
right.
shield up, but that's me.
Cool. I had said that he is still surprised, so good luck next turn, buddy.
That poor man.
Oh. All right. Fucking 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. You can get there. Not a lot you can do from there.
Hey, throw your mini javelins that you have.
Yes.
I only have one.
Throw that one.
Do the throw.
If you're gonna throw that past him through a door, I would say he'd have cover. So
Yeah.
roll it with -2.
I'll throw it.
We can always pick
You
it back
wanna
up
throw it?
later. Don't worry.
I'll throw it.
Yeet
It's
it.
fine.
Oh shit. Okay.
I'll duck.
That's a hit.
Oh.
I did
Yeah.
Ah!
You just
Alright.
have to worry about me and him. And then I ducked down.
Damn it!
Turns around.
You die!
Second javelin hits him and sticks into his shoulder from the front.
Ah!
Okay, you should, Spencer, please
Yeah.
back up from the mic if you're going to scream.
No scream.
Never.
No. Scary.
Oh. Hell yeah.
It's just that scene from the
Yeah,
fucking
it's just from
Ace Ventura.
Oh my god, yes. Though.
And I believe that's my turn.
Alrighty, heckin'. Well, he was heckin'. He's also surprised, so don't worry about it. All right, Miriam.
Good job, everybody.
We love one
Yeah, the way that this room was set up was that if you passed one of the doors and they noticed you, they would wait for you to pass by another one of the doors, then try to ambush you. But since you did it with Billy, the main group didn't have to deal with the ambush. So good job on that. It only cost you Vena death.
No.
Poor Billy.
Acceptable losses.
How dare you?
You're
Is
getting it, Spencer.
That your whole turn?
I can't-
That
I
movement?
can't move through, so I'm gonna use my action to shove Aristo 5 feet.
Do it.
Tiger.
You'll probably win.
Well, are you shoving Aristo?
He.
All right, Aristo, are you fighting being
Yeah.
shoved?
I'm just honestly not expecting it. I think
Okay. Go ahead and
think
roll
it'll
me
just
roll me
work.
an athletics check. Beat a 10. You're pushed 5 feet forward and knocked to the ground.
No, I'm proud.
Hmm?
I'm proud.
That's
crit
what
and then immediately get pushed onto my face.
Shove, you can shove prone or forward.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you just push him forward then.
Oh, cool.
And there's an audio
And you still
drama
have your
playing.
5
Get out
feet.
of here.
You still have 5 feet of movement. Yeah.
You rush forward and you effectively just put your hands on his back and tackle shove him forward so you can keep moving. So after he lets that blast out, he just feels something pushing on his back. He's like, oh, okay, and goes forward a few feet.
Revolutionary. Absolutely revolutionary.
All right, Lexi.
All right, I'm gonna have to fucking try to get past a bunch of peeps here.
Probably better to go around fucking Fenris.
No, that's
Yeah.
dumb.
I think if she plans to go around and go in that way, I think she basically is losing. No, it's actually better to go straight through you two.
Really?
I'd be closer.
Because she'd have to waste an additional 15 feet, and then also is all the fuck of the way over here. Whereas,
Yeah, she can get like here with her 30 feet.
if you bonus action
Yeah.
dash, then you can
I
get
could
into one
dash
of them.
and
If you
just
bonus action dash, you can go a lot further.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Rogues, man.
10,
Yeah.
15, 25. Wait.
Yeah.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30.
30. Yeah.
There you go. Want to take the shot?
No. Go to my action tracker.
Okay.
Do it. Do the thing. Do the thing.
There you go.
Okay. I'm debating if I want to bonus action just dash and get right the fuck up to him and sword him.
Is shoving Aristo just gonna be the thing that?
You'd have to
Yeah.
drop your
I'd have to drop the crossbow.
Yeah, you'd have to drop the
Yeah.
crossbow.
Yeah.
Why would you want to go up and slash him with your thing, though?
So that I'm close
When
to
he
him and I
could
don't
give
waste
the shoots.
ammo. I'm almost halfway through all my ammo. I don't know when we're gonna be able to get more.
I mean, you could pick up some ammo, like, after the battle.
Yep. You can pick up to half of it.
Oh,
Yeah.
cool. Okay, I'm gonna try to shoot him
Alright.
from here.
Get him.
Get him.
Get him!
Get him.
Oh, that was a
great at all.
tease.
You didn't get him.
You didn't get him.
But you know,
Not
I
one
support
yet.
you.
Oh, thank you.
Mhm.
Even though I'm a failure.
It's true.
No.
It's true. I can't really do much else.
You want a bonus action dash? Get out of the way.
No.
guys.
bonus
How fucking dare you.
Bonus action dash, or you bonus action dodge, or you can bonus action
Mm,
hide.
It's true.
Bonus action
Hide behind my
hide's not,
shield.
hide's not gonna work there.
Yeah, hide's not gonna work
No.
in here. There's no way.
She,
I can
she just picks up the
Um,
torch and hides behind it.
I kind of like where I am, so I'm just gonna bonus action dodge, just in case.
You can't.
I can't.
No.
Why?
You can't bonus action dodge. That's
No.
not a thing.
Damn it, Deco! You
monk
said the
thing.
thing that I can't
It's a
do
monk
and
thing.
confused
Oh, it's a monk
me again.
thing. I'm
I'll
dumb.
kill you,
that's,
Deco.
that's patient
Bonus action
defense.
disengage.
Disengage.
I'm dumb.
I'm not close enough for disengaging, so dashing would make the most sense.
We're making some
Bonus
assumptions
action
here.
dash.
Yeah, but then if I get right up,
You can
next
also
to
just,
him,
like,
he can
end your
stab
turn.
me. I could just end my turn, but I'm just debating what I want to do. I'm not really in people's way, like in that corner,
Yeah,
right?
you're fine.
Yeah,
you're
I'm fine. Yeah, then okay, you don't stay where I am.
Cool.
Yeah.
Cool.
Stay beside me, and I can
Fenris,
throw
you're
my
up?
shield at you.
All right, here we go. Okay.
Oh, by the way,
Uh,
Lexi, you have dark vision and you now have line of sight to him. You do notice at this point that you had seen that he was fumbling with that chest. He seemed to have been closing it. He appears to be fumbling with some vial that is in one of his hands.
Oh no. Guys, he's playing with something. I don't know.
Let's see how far this is. Okay. I'm gonna get over here.
So I'm gonna just because movement speed is a thing. I'm just gonna have locked your tokens. So 1, 2, 3, 4. What you were there? 1, 2, 3, 4. So you've moved 20 feet total so far.
I'm gonna shoot him with my crossbow.
Gotcha. Go ahead
I'm
and
gonna do it.
get some.
Pew pew. No, I did not.
You
I
shoot.
feel like contextually, she like tries to put it in, and she goes fuck. 'cause
No,
it's, like,
you aim
falling.
it, you do fire it at him. He backs up and moves slightly, and the bolt collides with one of the javelins that had been stuck into him and blasts apart the shaft of the javelin.
My javelin!
It was in the front, so that was actually
no.
Vogan's javelin.
My javelin!
Oh, I'm gonna have to buy them a new one, aren't I? I guess that's me for now. In debt.
Aristo.
Now my god and me owe you. Damn it.
Aristo.
If you go around here, you can probably get a good angle.
I should be able to get here.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That is on top of a bench, just so you know. Also, you were
And if
trying.
you get here, and if you get here, I
You
can
don't
throw
have
a
to stand
shield
on
at
it. I just want you to know that you are bench adjacent there. Like, most of that space is occupied by a very large bench, but it's a 5-foot space, and you're a person. You're not a giant ball.
Aristo, If you're
So-
here,
Gotcha,
though,
gotcha.
if you're here though, then I can hit you with my shield if they go to hit you.
Well, It might not be a problem in a few seconds. We'll see.
Okay.
I'm going to move my hex over with my bonus.
Okie dokie. So we'll just reapply that. I'll let you reapply it, then I'll target him. Target. Alrighty. Go ahead. Take the shot.
Take the shot.
That's a
Oh
hit.
shit, that's a good shot.
Hell yeah.
Taking the shot.
And he's down.
Kill stealing son of a bitch.
He looks like
I
his
love
large
you.
his large clawed thumb comes up and his nail digs into the cork of the potion that he seems to be holding. As you blast him, a layer of frost coats the vial, and his movement just stops. He seems frozen for a second, lets out a and just a puff of frost comes out of his mouth, and he hits the ground, falling forward. The potion rolls out in front of him.
Yay!
That's
Loot.
the thing he was playing with.
Yes.
Ah, good.
Good thing we stopped him in time. Go team.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right, that your turn?
Yeah.
5, 10, 15. Oh, wait, 15, 20.
All right.
Is there anything over there?
Over there specifically, roll me a perception. Yeah, we're gonna say perception check.
Perception.
Perception, as Winchester would say.
Throwing a
Roll a
torch.
perception check.
How dare you?
Shadow line.
Let's go with.
Shadow line.
Well, just because if you
Nah,
drop the
just do it
torch
regular.
here, then the
I was
way it
I was
works,
thinking
then
about
that-
I was thinking about
Right,
using
we go
a thing,
that
but I'm
way.
not going to. Oh, I guess they're all dead.
It's also persuasion.
Oh,
But it's still 3.
oh, my
So-
perception's even worse. How's a 3? Oh, I guess they're all dead.
That was persuasion. I guess they were never here. All right.
All right. Let's go over here toward that fucking thing and pick it up. Hey guys, I found a thing.
Picking it up, it was coated in frost, so it's a bit cold to the touch, but as you pick it up, it seems to be a vial with a somewhat bubbling red liquid inside of it.
Hey guys, I found a thing. Bubbling red liquid.
That'll be your turn.
Oh.
That is my turn.
And then he fucking dissipates into the universe. Vogan!
All right. Me.
And he dissolves into EXP and gold.
Ah,
Logan, what are you doing going over there? Obviously everything's fine.
I'm just double checking, man.
Getting up to there, roll me a perception check, please.
You got it.
And I'd say roll yours with advantage.
Oh,
Okay.
Roll
I'll
it
roll
again.
it again.
oh,
But not a
See,
nat, it was
told
with
you.
advantage,
I
so no
know.
inspiration. As you rush up,
See,
hiding,
told you,
he's
nothing's
been
there.
hiding since the start of it, even though he was surprised. As you come up, you do see a Gnoll is crouched down around the
How
corner.
did you miss him?
What do you mean?
Yeah.
Miss who? What are you talking about, Logan? Miss who?
You say he's crouched down?
He's like crouched down with like a spear out. He was ready to attack anybody that came in, but since he was also surprised, he couldn't use his reaction to get at anybody.
I'm gonna go ahead and just.
Obviously,
Get him.
I don't ever look
Get him.
down.
and
I'm gonna just do him a stab.
As you
real
see
quick.
him, you see a small snowy feather fall from his jaws and disappear in the snowy glitter.
you
Oh.
sick fuck.
Son of a bitch.
Oh, you don't
Ah,
care.
damn it.
You don't care that much about Billy.
I don't care about Billy.
You know he's a familiar. You don't.
it's like you don't miss him at all.
All right.
Uh,
Anything else?
I will. I'm gonna saving face. I'm gonna add a +5 to that.
Then you hit.
All right, cool. fucking
Hey,
die.
Logan, I
Gnoll.
found this. Oh God!
Oh,
shit.
nice
Oh.
damage.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
Harrows, what's going on over there?
All right.
Die.
You bring your weapon down and bring it into him. He jumps back at the last second, but you push forward as well and cut into him with it. Is that your turn?
That will be my turn.
Damn, and he almost got away with not being attacked until his turn. He almost did it. All right, he's going to come at you with a spear. He brings it up, having been found.
Come at me.
He
I put my shield on my spear tip standard and put it in front of him.
and he gets a nat 19. He's going to take the spear. He drives it with both hands into you and deals 6 damage to you.
Ooh.
Ow.
Brings it forward.
Logan!
The rest of you, everybody except for Quintus, that's able to see the room, you guys just see effectively a spear tip come out from around the corner and strike at Vogan.
I have no context to the situation.
Vogan, no!
Why? Why are you slow-mo?
Yes, you idiot!
That's not very
right.
Yeah,
Shut up,
nobody asked you.
Fucking is Quintus language? Is that what he
Aw,
is?
yeah.
He's not gonna do much. He's gonna not. Oh no, it's not a react. No, he wouldn't know that anyways. No, he's not gonna do anything. He's gonna stay right there. Miriam's just trailing at the back, being like, "I will get into this fight. It's gonna happen."
Oh, a kitty.
Hey,
Yep, line of sight,
There's a
but
guy over there.
between Vogan and the corner, if you want to attack him, he'll have regular cover.
that's what would happen normally if I used weapons. What does Gnome and the gelatinous cube have in common?
What?
They're both disgusting. That's all I got.
Got him. Fucking got him.
The blankest stare. From
Roll
like,
that damage.
yeah, I mean, yeah.
He didn't understand
No, that's fair.
Damn
That
it.
wasn't
Kitty.
my A game.
it. Kitty, wasn't one of your best.
Give
Are
me
you still
6
tired?
seconds.
Pulls out cue cards. It's just like, all right, which.
Are you still tired, Kitty? I mean, you practiced.
Scratch that one off the notepad.
Aw.
Vogan and the Gnoll look to each other confused, then look back to him, and then look at each other and keep fighting. All right. No bonus action. Oh, Lexi, you're up.
Oh, jeez, here I go. Well, I saw fucking Vogan get back, so I'm gonna go try to
Yeah.
fix that shit.
Get him.
How
Where do you want to go?
close can I get?
Yes.
Yes.
Is there?
Alright.
Rogue.
You're a rogue.
Wherever you want.
Thinking of it.
Are you in a room
and
that
then
is
go
not a
there.
gym? Well, not a gymnasium.
go.
Then you can get
You're
there.
right.
That
Even
is,
Then
then,
you can go.
potentially.
yeah.
Go there and I can grab the boy. And
Hey,
I
you
get
wanna-
the snack.
Get your sword.
I'm gonna get my short sword.
Nice.
Doing it.
Assuming you're dropping your crossbow as you go over there.
Yes. Remember to get it.
We'll assume that you drop it on the spot you land on for the sake of if you want to pick it up, and go ahead.
Appreciate it. Okay, get him.
Come around the corner. That is a hit. And go ahead.
Yeah.
Deal your sneak attack damage.
Oh.
Come around.
Bonus. I can fucking get him. Right?
Yep.
I can
With your-
nails
with
him.
the
With your
claw?
honor,
Yeah,
with your
yeah.
claw.
Do a
Yeah.
scratch.
Alright.
Get him. I can't see you, but I approve.
That is a miss.
Oh.
God damn it!
well.
Alright.
You rush in, you strike forward with your short sword and cut into him. What?
Oh, I said
Vogan.
Vogan.
Yeah, Vogan allowing you to distract him slightly. Then you go in with your claws. You do. He reaches out and grabs your wrist and tries to pull you forward instead of getting slashed. But as he does, Vogan hits the back of his hand and he lets go of you and you stumble back.
Aw, thanks, Vogan.
No problem. Now kill him.
I'm trying.
Fenris.
Oh dear. Oh man. Okay. Let's see what I can maneuver.
Oh dear,
here.
oh man.
Oh dear.
Oh,
my.
jeez.
Oh,
Excuse me, pardon me. Okay.
We were playing Rick and Morty Clue last night, and Jeff, who's not watched Rick and Morty, was watching us play it, and Mr. Poopy Butthole's a character, so we all just through the game kept going. We kept going, oh, and then like fucking half an hour into him watching us play it, I just looked at him and I was like, it's from the show. Like,
Well, it's a good time.
Can I sacred flame him without hurting my comrades?
yeah, absolutely.
Word. Gucci,
The Sacred
that
Flame's
sounds-
not even, like, cover doesn't even really... Is it a dex save?
Yes.
Okay, well...
But it's not like shot from a point of
Yeah,
view.
it's not an attack, so it's not. It doesn't go on a line, so cover's not going to apply. So go ahead.
The Sacred Flame
Okay.
comes down on them.
Yeah,
Make a saving throw, my dude.
he succeeds.
Damn it.
He dodge rolls to
What?
the side.
Darn.
Alrighty. That your turn?
Oh well.
Shake my fist at him. That's it.
I flip him
Grr, I'll
off.
get you. That's
Alrighty.
a little unholy. I'm not so
Aristo.
sure about that.
It's a little unholy.
Let's see here.
Well, that's... Those spaces are occupied by the chest.
Yeah. There you
Oh,
go.
gotcha. Then I will move my hat.
I think climbs up just crouching so he doesn't hit the roof.
He's the only one that is currently in your way, so I'm gonna say that don't worry about cover, because it's just him, and you could aim, like, basically over him.
Excellent.
Tall boy squad.
Yeah.
Woo for tall boy.
Alright.
Settle moved over.
Will you be the one to have killed all of the gnolls?
Let's find out.
Roll damage. I have a feeling. How do you want to do
I
this?
love you.
How do you want to do this?
Freaking, just like awkwardly like push through the crowd. Like, oh, sorry, excuse me, pardon me. There we go. And then when he's just frozen, just like my cane still like smoking with like cold mist. Stay frosty.
I hate you.
Wow.
There's a you say
I
that
feed on your hatred.
you say that and he shatters into little icy bits.
Just like
You know
the
what,
other
you should-
guy.
You should feel bad, Aristo.
You know I should, but I don't.
Cool.
You keep
Alright.
telling everything.
Well, I'm sorry for trying to keep you safe.
Oh, that's nice. Okay,
Can I
I'm not
pick
mad
up this
at you.
javelin?
Yeah, I want to pick up my javelin as
Oh, I
well.
will pick
No,
up
no,
all
I
of
pick
them.
up my javelin.
No, Vogan.
Oh, I'll pick up some ammo.
So Quintus is closer, so he'll retrieve his javelin.
Yay!
And Vogan's
What of
javelin.
my javelin?
Your javelin
looking
is
away.
destroyed.
I'm
What?
not looking
Why? How was it destroyed?
The Nat 1.
dot,
The
dot.
Nat 1 where I explained where the shaft of the javelin was blown up.
Bitch! Alright, I want to check the chest then.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to do that.
Sure.
Logan,
Yeah.
can I pick up my crossbow and some of
Yes.
my bolts? Please?
Retrieve up to half the bolts you used, so I think you used like 2, maybe?
I use like 2, yes.
Yeah, so get 1 back.
Thank you.
Opening the chest, including the 1 vial that had been taken out of it. Inside, you see an assortment of different gemstones as well as coins. Just go over the coins real quick, real first quick. I can't speak. I don't know why I thought that I could do the role that requires the most speaking, but I can't.
You got this.
Inside, you see there is a total of 80 gold coins, 800 silver coins, and 1,800 copper coins.
Nice.
Ooh.
Which,
You
you
can quick
eyeball it. You eyeball it, and you're like, no, that's 1,800, that's 880. Trust me. I count quick.
Trust me.
Oh wow.
Oh my god.
You also see a series of gemstones inside, as well as, again, including the potion that Quintus has currently. You see there are a total of 7 vials.
Do they all look the same?
No, 3 of the vials appear to have like a cloth wrapping around them, and they seem to have they're much smaller. Roll me medicine, Vogan, just to see if you immediately recognize them.
Can it be nature?
No.
See if she could figure them out.
I mean, I get first look at them.
I mean,
then I'll
that's
hand it to her.
fair.
You're valid.
That's
You
high
did
enough.
well.
You recognize the 3 of these are pretty rudimentary poison.
Oh, poison. Okay.
They're basic poison vials. The other 3 that you see in there are, like the one that Quintus is holding, they are all, they have a light red bubbling liquid inside of them. They're all relatively small. You could pop the cork off it and down it really easily. Like they're a shot of liquid. You would... yeah, you would recognize them, especially you, Vogan, as these are all potions of healing.
Nice.
Beyond that, there are the following gems in that chest. A bloodstone, a carnelian, 3 jaspers, 2 onyx, 1 sardonyx, and 1 star rose quartz. I'm going to throw everything that you guys found into the party inventory.
Okay. I was looking in the party sheet already. I was where did they go?
And why are there 3 great axes in there?
Yeah.
Our great axes!
Bam.
No!
And it applied the money. It applied the money twice, so let's get rid of that.
Can you identify the potions of healing and poison?
Yeah, normally I'd make you go, heckin' boop, harder at that, but you would, with your background, you'd recognize all these things really, really readily. So yeah, there you go. That's everything that you guys found in there.
Nice. Okay. Cool.
And with you guys finding that stuff, real quick, I think that's a good time to take our first break.
Yay!
Heck yeah!
Pause.
Hooray!
I'm a
Have fun.
All right. Boof, over to the thumbnail scene.
I can never tell how much silver and copper that is compared to like golds and stuff.
Knock a 0 off. For 0, just for gold, just knock a 0. Or for silver to gold, just knock a 0 off. For copper, knock 2 zeros off.
Oh.
Yeah.
Neat.
Be right back.
We found a lot of money.
Yeah,
That point.
a lot of booty.
Yeah, we got 178 gold altogether. Neat.
Yes.
2. Stretch.
Man.
Maybe one
How's the
day
chat
we'll
doing?
make our way out from this place.
One day, when we solve the mystery of the puzzle door.
Why didn't that guy just throw us down some rope from up top?
Oh, friggin' Lyra.
Yeah, just give us all the rope. If you just tie a bunch of ropes together.
Ah, not back.
Use up all that rope.
Habba dabba dabba dabba.
Habba dabba dabba dabba?
Habba dabba 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 dabba.
Habba dabba 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 dabba.
Habba dabba 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 dabba.
We just tie all of our rope together, have Billy fly it up to the top, and we just climb it out.
We can't. Billy's dead.
Also, any attempt to go up through that thing would have pulled it the rest of the way closed. And once that's closed, it's a very cannot be opened except from the outside. And FY to the eye, an owl is not strong enough to pull that thing, the canopy open.
Well, fine. Vogan flies up there.
Of course, with his hobgoblin wings.
Flap, flap, flapping my hobgoblin wings.
Going to make a 0-0.
Asking Aristo, why are you the most bullied member of the party? Probably because
just-
I'm clearly a douchebag.
I don't think you're a bad guy, Aristo. You're a
Oh.
good guy.
Oh no.
I believe in
Sweet summer
everything you
child.
ever do or say, Aristo. I owe you my life, and therefore I will go about and do everything you ever want to do, no matter how malicious, even though I'm sure you wouldn't do anything malicious.
Okay, Quintus, you're starting to make me feel bad about all the horrible things I'm going to do, and I need you to stop that. I am without remorse, without pity.
Neuron?
Stop trying to change that.
Neuron?
I'm going to
Both
make
aberrations. There we go. That's better.
Hmm?
Never mind.
Whereas Ashley, her person's brain is tired from watching
Bam.
Witcher all night. That's where Ashley is.
Alrighty.
For effective garbage disposal. That's way better.
How's everyone in chat doing? Logging
Hey, chat.
Logan, what's
cute.
your best outsmarting your DM moment you've ever had? I don't know. I don't really pay attention to that. In my opinion, you outsmart the things in the world, not the DM. Actually, now that I put thought into it, the sentiment of outsmarting the DM basically means what's your best using the meta moment, which I'm distinctly not about. I think the closest I've ever come to feeling like I tooled the system somewhat actually was the Tomb game. It's not that it feels like it's broken, but invisible familiar exploring a place is very like, haha!
It's very neat.
Yeah.
It's a very neat thing to do.
Yeah.
Powerful options.
It's something
And
that
then
really
slimes.
it's something that really only works reliably at lower levels because a lot of things have a way to see creatures that are invisible at higher levels or just have blind sight. So once you get past like level 10 or 11, a lot of familiar exploits don't matter.
I talked to Spencer about all of my backup characters and all of them being human fighters
With a great sword.
with a great sword.
No Mavel or no Inky. Aristo's patron is not their girlfriend.
You're right.
Nice.
Sounds more like a wife.
What?
I ship it.
I haven't talked to you in over a week. Where have you been?
Oh no!
I ship it. I ship Aristo and Eldritch Abomination in the bottom of the ocean.
I haven't heard from you in over a week, and you haven't been answering my calls. But okay, let's talk about other girls.
Yeah. Hey Logan, which mecha anime would you like to be a tabletop game? I guess Girl in the Gauntlet. Gunbuster, or no, Diebuster specifically.
Oh, okay.
Gundam Seed.
Fucking.
I want my
It's
Hey, Logan,
fun to
what-
think in ships.
What's the worst any of your players destroyed your plans? That doesn't really happen. Because I don't make any plans that I'm not willing to see shattered instantly. What? Plans that were broken. I guess not getting to do the dungeon that was attached to Orla's mansion was probably the biggest thing that I'm like, well that sucks.
That hurt me,
Oh,
man. That hurt me.
But whatever.
Poor Ian.
You alright?
Didn't Ian
Can
get
always
something
be
from that?
repurposed.
Yeah, can always be moved. You guys don't know what's in there. I just call it something else, and all of a sudden it's a new dungeon. It's another dungeon that happens to have a lot of clockwork things in it.
I was about
Yeah.
to say, like,
And a
And
beach.
like-
and a clockwork dragon attacks you.
Oh, I
Or the
hate
right.
it!
Oh shit! I forgot to change the text on this.
Ah, crap.
And an unrelated clockwork sorceress waiting at the bottom.
Named Torla.
Did you say Corla?
I said Torla. You.
Named Borla Tannen.
Oh my god.
Borla Bannon.
And there's just a bunch of tanning beds because tan.
With her son, Biff.
Oh. Oh my god. Get the fuck out of here.
Goodness.
There's a name that's gone out of style. When's the last time you met a Biff?
Next
Never.
character name.
Since Death of a Salesman.
You met a character from Death of the Salesman?
I read the book.
Okay. Well,
Nailed
since that takes place in a time when that name was more topical, that's really dodging the point.
If I take confidence with it, you can't knock me down from it.
You know what name's
Apparently,
still in
Biff
style?
also
Nero.
knows to
I read a thing about a Nero just the other week.
Nero to hero, just like that.
You
Zero
know,
to Nero.
the definition of the word biff has also changed with time.
Has
Because a
it?
lot of times people say, I biffed it, which means like you fell or you fucked it up. But
Instead of a biff being a punch. But
yeah, to strike someone roughly or sharply with the fist. He biffed me on the nose.
Oh, I didn't know it.
Yeah.
that was in a song I had to do for my final, so I'm kind of... That haunts me.
And according to internetslang.com, biff means best friend.
Aw.
What?
Well,
What?
That's
Awesome.
awesome!
Kitty,
sense.
you're my Biff.
Is it spelled BFF? is it spelled BFF there?
BIFF, best friend BFF. So, you know, biff means best friend BFF.
What the fuck does the I stand for in that?
I don't
We're,
know.
What?
they're just my biff.
I love this one. It makes no sense.
Sounds like something a really white girl would say, said
It
by a
also,
really white
it's
girl.
never included without BFF afterwards. So it doesn't mean best friend. It means best friend, comma, BFF.
Good old DMC Devil May Cry.
He's just, I can't ever imagine someone looking at him like, hey, you're my biff. At least
No.
ironic.
I can imagine people doing it.
That's fair.
This is my biff. We're like super close.
Alright.
I can hear a white girl saying it.
Are you guys ready to jump back in?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think
Cool.
so.
Let's see if you guys get out of here today. Heckin', I think you will. I think, looking at what's going on, I think that you guys will probably either die or get out of here today. And I hope you don't die. Personally, don't let anything kill you, because I want to keep running the campaign. But if you do die, that sucks.
Okay. Yeah, all right then.
All right.
I'll just play Quintus's younger brother,
All right.
Quintus.
Dentist.
Biff. His younger brother Biff.
Awful.
Alrighty. Heckin'. Baba dabba dabba. Moving back to there. And see you
Should I
guys.
move one of the potions of healings to my thing?
If you want to.
Because I had it held.
Vogan's the one that recognizes them, FYI. To you, it's just
Yeah.
a potion.
Mm.
By the way, that's a healing potion.
Ah!
And don't. Yeah. Also, don't drink these. I hold up the ones with the cloth wrapped around them. These are poison.
Or will
Oh.
I?
No, you. I mean, go for it. You want to die?
Quintus, I can't
I
hear you from
relish
that.
the challenge.
No. No. And maybe no.
Maybe no. These poison vials would actually be pretty good if you like applied it to a weapon or something,
Like what?
like
Seems
an arrow tip
underhanded.
or a sword.
Virus?
Yeah, but you want to
pen
apply it
swords?
like,
And swords.
but you want to apply it essentially before using it because it'll only last for like a minute.
Oh, okay.
So it's good for getting sneak attacks in.
Oh, I'm sneaky.
Yeah, that's why I said it.
Okay, I mean, you kind of said it to everyone, but I mean,
Yeah.
a lot of the things that you're saying kind of really apply to me.
Yeah.
Okay.
What else is in there, Vogan?
Well, we got some jewels, got some money.
Are they sure?
Ah, useless
Very.
for survival.
I agree. Yeah. I just closed the closed the box. We're just getting the potions. No.
Oh, you insane.
What?
There's like,
I don't actually.
yeah, it's just
I feel like, well, I give the at least one of the poison vials to Lexi.
Thank you.
I'm going to take one of these healing potions for myself.
Dude, when you give it to her, she's like, "I promise to use it well." I'm like, salutes you. Like, fucking.
She salutes and pours it out.
Yo, yeah. One for my homies. For Kev.
For Kev.
Awful.
Okay. So that's 2 gone out of the potions. Who else wants one?
Carrie, make sure to take the poison and put it on the sheet, by the way. In your inventory.
Healing potions.
Oh.
I would like a healing potion, perhaps, to administer or use.
I mean, you're a cleric, so I don't know.
That's fine by me. Thank you.
I've got an idea. Vogan, hand me another one of those.
Dude, don't you like?
Sure.
Don't you like?
I take another one of those, and I hand one to Fenris.
You bastard!
All is fair.
You know what? No, nothing else for you then. I don't trust you anymore.
Thank
All right,
you.
who else wants one?
That was so nice.
I mean, I wouldn't refuse.
All right, go ahead, take one. Yeah, I'll toss you one.
Yeah.
All right. I'll take a poison vial here too.
We don't really have a lot of time to really go through all of these things. How about we just hand everything else over toward one of us and then have them all handle it? I don't really have a lot of room to be holding all of this stuff. We can divvy it out later.
Sure. Yeah. Someone take all these jewels then.
Well,
Kitty,
if
you're
you
good at money
insist.
things.
Yeah, sure.
Kitty's good at money things. I know he is. He handles all my money.
How unsurprising.
Oh.
Come on, Kitty, go ahead and grab it all up.
I'm gonna go and start putting things in bags. Do I have enough, like, bag space to? I guess I have my backpack. I'm gonna start shoveling stuff into it. That'd be a bit.
So Vogan, you have 2 of the poisons. Lexi has 1 of the poisons, and then the potions of healing went to Aristo, Fenris, heckin' Quintus, and
That's me.
Where's the 4th one?
Vogan.
Wait, what?
Vogan
Right.
also got a healing
Right.
potion.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just making sure they're all accounted for and knowing where I'm putting stuff on people's sheets so that you have access to them.
I can hack
Yeah.
And then all the gems are going to. Are they also staying with Miriam?
All the
or?
gems and monies go to Kitty.
All right.
Let's go.
I trust him with my life, so why not trust him with our finances?
And you get.
Suppose I can't argue with that.
There you go. I dropped all it onto the money onto you as well. So you're currently carrying all of that. It's a lot in copper coins. Just FYI, a lot of your pack is currently just filled to the brim with copper coins.
Hey.
Yeah, beyond that, you guys are heckin' the 2 frozen corpses. 1 frozen corpse of a gnoll lays in front of you. 2 more are becoming puddles. You guys have... you guys can smell that bloody, boiling meat smell. You can smell like the most basic of spices coming
There's
from
still
it.
things up ahead.
It's very, very odd. You also notice there is a very thin layer of smoke on the ceiling that seems to be coming out from up
I go and
above
pick up
you
my
guys.
torch.
Gotcha.
Logan.
Yeah.
Logan.
Yeah.
Would we be able to tell what kind of meat it is?
Just from smelling it,
Mm-hmm.
it just smells like cooking meat. Especially
tell
since
me
it's being
it's not
boiled.
horse.
Especially since it's being what?
Please tell me it's not horse.
I can tell you it's meat.
Oh no!
Guess we're about to go find out, boys. Let's go.
Okay. Hey, Aristo, can you summon that owl again?
Not at the moment, I'm afraid. I need a few ingredients that I don't have on hand.
All right.
But,
All right.
but if you
Lexi,
see
we
any
no longer
like
know-
charcoal, herbs, just let me know.
Sure.
Maybe I can work with something.
All right.
Lexi, we
You
now
wanna-
know we don't know exactly what's up ahead, but we do know that someone is there. We don't know the layout, so perhaps it'd be better if either me or Vogan went first.
Or maybe the stealthy one.
Yeah, I mean,
That's what I was
can
just
go-
saying. I think
can
it's
go
it
see.
might be dangerous, especially with all the noise and stuff we just made.
Oh yeah, I thought you were suggesting we go ahead.
Yeah,
I was
can
saying
go-
it's going to be very dangerous, and maybe we could figure out exactly what to do from that. Looks like there's a big ass fucking hallway I can see from here. Apparently.
Do you want me to sneak ahead and see what I can see?
Yeah.
Okay,
Not too far ahead though.
okay. If it starts to look dangerous, I'll come back.
Cool.
I'm wanting to stay
Okay.
like 30. I'm wanting to stay like 30 feet behind her.
Roll me
That
a
way I can
stealth.
still rush it if I need to.
Roll me a stealth check,
Aw.
Lexi, and then put yourself however far you want to go up.
All right. She wants to go Foxy 4.
Yeah. So.
Nope.
All right.
Stealth me.
Yeah. All right.
Well, that's
Damn,
heckin' good.
25.
Yes.
All right.
Oh.
Oh, you got that little token.
Yes!
So cute.
Look at the
Red,
tiny.
it's the picture you sent me forever ago.
I knew it. I was like, that's familiar.
I'm gonna try to stay at
Like,
least
I
like
know
I'm gonna
that
try to
one.
stay at least like 30 feet behind her.
Okay.
Again, I'm pretty sure it's from an artist called, I think, Silver Fox. I think it's from their Twitter. It's very, very cute. They
So
do adorable foxy things. and I
Moving
like them.
forward, you see up ahead there appears to just be a turn. You guys have found your way onto the other side of the rickety heckin' wooden bridge.
Doing it.
Hell yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, keep going.
Rock and
forward.
roll.
Coming up to
Sneaky,
there, you see the smell it's not overpowering, but don't bother moving yourself, Quintus. We'll just, if something happens, you're 30 feet behind.
Gotcha.
We don't need to spend extra time constantly upkeeping multiple tokens.
Gotcha.
Oh,
As you
I like wiggle my nose in disgust, like. Oh.
You see up there, the smell's not overpowering, but it is much stronger here. You hear the sound of boiling, what sounds like a lot of water boiling in a very large pot, or at least you hope it's water. And you see smoke is coming out of the room that is directly up ahead of you. It's just a very thin layer up on the ceiling. There's a flickering light in there as if a fire was lit. And you hear of the very guttural humming of what you assume to be a gnoll in that room. You also see several crates and boxes and very tiny barrels and such sitting in there.
I'm gonna try to get a little bit close and see if I can look to see if there's more than just one.
Looking in, all right, you definitely beat all their perceptions.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Looking in there, you see there is a very large pot, like massive, like you could fit a full human in the pot if you wanted to.
They've
Like
got
even
way
me?
high.
And you see, they don't notice you, but there is a gnoll witherling that is standing in the middle of the room, relatively inert, staring in your direction, but doesn't see you because you're a tiny fox and you're just looking in, close to the ground. And you see a gnoll that is standing on top of what looks like a stool that is just basically a fashioned stump, and it is taking large pieces of meat of various colors and various textures and just dropping them all into a pot that is lit underneath by effectively just a wood fire.
My God, they're making stew.
Dear God.
That's
Those
delicious.
savages.
They're definitely boiling a lot of meat, yes.
Those delicious, delicious savages.
So it's only the two of them in that room. Yeah?
You see there is a faded white cap on this gnoll.
A faded white cap.
Yep. It's wearing
Yeah,
like a
he's a
it's wearing a
chef.
it's wearing
chef's hat.
it's wearing a
Oh my God.
He's got a fucking die.
He's got a big spoon. He's like stirring it and shit.
Just stirring away my pot.
Well, you did say there were various spices, so he's trying. Like,
So what are you doing?
I'm heading back. There's a dead end in that room.
Heckin', let's see. I'm gonna see if I can boop-a-doo-boo. Dooba-dooba-doo-boo. Do-do-do-do. Gotta make sure that there's nothing I missed. Yeah, you see that? You do hear, as you're leaving, you do hear him, among the humming, just muttering to himself. You catch, just some bits of what he's humming and saying to himself. You catch a very distinct, like, as he holds up what looks like the arm of a humanoid creature before he plops it in. You just hear him like,
Heaven forbid our food tastes good. Fucking everyone else eating like savages.
throws the human arm in, throws a full, what looks like a entire plant of some nature into the pod with it.
I love him.
I hate him.
He's eating people.
It's awful, but I love him.
I love that
At
people
least-
eating boy.
At least he's trying.
Cute. Oh, look at him in his little hat.
He is trying his best.
Oh,
At least he has some manners.
head back to the group.
He's making stew. Can't not love a stew boy.
There's
Alright,
only
you-
2 remaining. We should take them down.
Yeah, I'm gonna tell everybody. There's 2 guys over there, and they're cooking, and he kind of like threw an arm into a pot, so I'm pretty sure he's cooking people.
I think you mean
they're
bark,
good.
bark, 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 bark.
I turned back into a people.
It's like he's trying to say something to me.
What is it, boy? What is it? Terrible.
Someone in a well. Oh my god. Okay. Yeah. There's 2 guys over there, and I mean they didn't notice me, but they're like cooking and stuff. Like that's what the smell is. And they threw like an arm into a pot, and I'm pretty sure they're cooking people.
That's not great.
Yeah.
Lovely.
Well, let's take care of them, and then we can have a free run of this place.
Mm-hmm.
Well, they seem to be just, preoccupied with their own thing. Do we even need to bother them?
I would like to, so that we can potentially have nothing bothering us when we try to check out that other room over near the beginning.
Also, are we certain that they're definitely like the last 2? Because if like we don't bother them and then we make a bunch of noise, they could go and tell other people. If they
Either way, we can't trust and leave them alive. One of them is dead anyway, so it's not like it would have any quandaries in attacking us in the dark.
All right.
Notice I have a bunch of problems by getting attacked in the dark because I can't see like you guys.
I'm gonna go get your torch.
Oh, he
I
picked
already
it
have my
up.
tool.
He picked it up.
Well, there's a
Okay.
light.
Okay.
Well, there's a light in that room. It's not gonna, with their fire. So
Right, like, see, there's a light in the room. I didn't look, but there's a light in the room, right?
you said. Oh, we'll
I
say
did.
that you
I
said
said
that.
there was a light in the room.
Fucking just
I say we
bad
take- I say
improv.
we take care
I'm
of
pretty sure that you mentioned to me off screen that there was a light in the room.
I say we take care of them so we don't leave anything undone.
All right.
You must. I really don't think there'll be a problem there, way over there.
No.
If you'd like, I can just go take care of them.
No, that's not a good idea.
No.
All right, Lexi. I feel like you should try and get the drop on them first.
Okay.
We'll do what we usually do. We'll be right behind you.
Okay.
Nice dynamic we have, by the way. It's very nice. We just rush in and shoot people and then rush in. It's just great.
And sometimes I can do it, and sometimes I can't.
All right.
We believe in you.
Aw,
Say
thank
lovey.
you. Thank
It's
you.
true.
Oh, you guys are nice.
We'll just be extremely disappointed
So,
whenever you don't.
where are you
do
guys
your
trying to
job.
I was extremely disappointed when I didn't last time.
So I think the plan is for Lexi to try and sneak over there and try to get the first shot on the cooking Gnoll.
Here I go.
And then we'll once she does that shot, we'll rush in and try and take him out.
All right. Are you you're approaching in your normal form, Lexi?
Yeah, so I can shoot them.
All right. In that
Well,
case.
I mean, you can approach
That's
from your
true.
foxy form and, then
change back.
change
Yeah.
back and then shoot him.
takes
I'll
a
do
full
that.
action to change back. Just FYI.
Yeah.
Either way, you're gonna
But
have
if
to
I
make
do
an.
that,
I mean,
if I do that before initiative starts, though.
exactly. You can just change.
We went over this last time.
Yeah.
So you're just looking to
It
get
might be-
into the room and then make the shot.
Yeah, I'm gonna get to the point where she is on the map, like as a fox, and then change back to a people when I get.
I think at any rate you'll have surprise even.
Yeah,
if
I
you just go
don't,
in
I
without.
don't fully
Okay.
see the point of turning into a fox.
Yeah.
They're not going to see you outside the room.
Because
trying
it's
to gain
cute.
advantage. It's
If you-
yeah,
if they-
it
if she
would give them,
turn-
what, double the chance to see her, I guess, really.
Yeah, because if you change back, I'm going to have you re-roll a stealth check because you're no longer using the stealth of a fox. So
That's fair. Okay, I'll
okay.
just be a pet.
it doesn't.
Otherwise, you basically have a cloak of elven kind built into your race.
Yeah,
Oh,
you only
you're right.
you only have the advantage being a fox. Well, you are a fox.
Okay. I'm a people because I want to shoot them, so that's fine.
All right, go ahead and roll a stealth check. That is with advantage that you
You-
just did.
You were holding.
That was
Alt.
disadvantage.
I was holding
disadvantage.
alt. I'm sorry.
Oh, it was to talk. All right, I'm not gonna roll for them. They can't.
They're dead. They're fucking gone.
All right, so you dodge roll in there and you take a shot. Which one are you shooting at?
Do you want to use your poison?
Oh yeah!
It's an action to apply.
Do you want to not?
She,
These guys
she
are,
could,
like,
she could
super
apply
Never
it.
mind.
She could apply it, then move in, then take that shot if she wants to.
Oh hooray!
It
Oh,
lasts a
thank
minute,
you.
and if it's on ammunition, then it can coat 3 pieces of ammunition.
Heck
Yep.
yeah! I'm gonna do it to the arrows because I'm all far away.
Bolts, but yes.
Sorry, bolts. Yes, I apologize.
All right, go ahead, and go for your attack. Noting that the poison damage will not, like via criticals and whatnot, it is not part of the damage that would be boosted by criticals. The poison is separate damage. Just remember that in the future.
Okay.
Go for your attack. You hit. Absolutely.
alright.
You strike. Go ahead and roll your damage with sneak attack, and then we're going to do the poison.
Hooray! Okay, get him. Oh, fucking.
Oh, max
my
damage.
God!
Oh, jeez.
Not dead!
You shoot him. He lets out a huge yelp as he's hit almost in the spine behind him. He falls over and
He
like
falls
leans
into the
leans against the cauldron. You guys hear a sound, and he pulls back, his hands being burned by it. And you just hear, ah! What? What? Which of you uncultured nitwits did that? Ah!
I love
And then he
it.
fails the poison. So go ahead. Go ahead and roll the damage for the poison.
Bye, Calvic.
Oh! And then it hits him. He like looks towards you. He's like, "Which of you uncultured?" And he starts getting woozy, and he falls into the pot. Half of his half, like he falls
How'd you
forward
get
over
on?
into it. The front half of his body lurching into it, and you just hear bubbles coming, like additional bubbling coming from it. And then his body slowly slides into the pot entirely.
Hell yeah.
Beautiful.
We're not eating that soup.
All right.
I don't
It was
think
already
we were in the
people in it,
first
so no.
place.
Well, that took care of him.
Oh,
A sad moment of his hat bubbles to the surface and then crumples and goes back under.
Oh no.
I think you mean a happy moment.
It's sad for me.
It's
What if
sad for
what
me.
if he could have changed the way gnolls were? What if he could have introduced the gnolls to like better food and made them realize that civilized dining was the way to go?
I still hate them.
Well,
You should have gone to the strike lanes.
all right, yeah.
Can
So
she take this opportunity to just move forward a little bit?
Yeah.
So
that-
she's out of the way.
we'll put
Move
we'll-
back.
So it's not gonna do a whole lot, but we're gonna roll initiative, and Lexi's at the top, so we'll count that as your first turn.
Oh, there you go.
Hell yeah.
You can
So-
run in and like fucking try and stab it.
I could. So wait.
no, that
are you
was
counting-
that
yeah,
was
that
part
was
of her
my
turn.
Oh,
first
that
turn?
was your first turn.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. That's fair. That would have been neat. But yeah, I'm gonna move a little bit
Forward or out?
forward, like
Okay.
into the room. Yeah, like there. That's fine.
All right.
Man, that Gnoll. He didn't have a lot of hit points either.
Damn.
Darn, I was really hoping to do the environmental thing. Oh well. Heckin', you move in. Miriam, you get to be in this
Guys, there's
battle.
only one left. I can't
Get
remember
him,
one.
kitty!
Get him.
This is 5, 10, 15, 20. 25, 30.
I can get him, Kitty.
Guys, you're getting really close to that guy. I don't feel comfortable.
He's. Oh my goodness.
Oh. If he wasn't he's surprised too, so he couldn't use his reaction. What a pity.
Yeah.
Aha.
You guys have been. Oh, sorry, go ahead. I'll tell you after.
So that would make fun of your friend, but it seems like he's already super. I guess I gotta hand it to you.
Kitty, you're not on your A game today.
It turns its head. It tilts its
I
head.
nearly died earlier.
Go ahead and roll it. He fails.
Hey!
Oh wow, he is really sensitive.
And you do maximum damage. Apply the.
Nice.
It's the magic.
You say that you really got to hand it to him, and up on the joints on his left hand, the bones around his wrist just crack slightly. He looks at it. The cracks run up the entire arm.
He just learned to break hand.
All right, is that your turn?
Yep.
Alrighty.
Well, kill him, Aristo.
Has it been less than an hour since our last fight?
Oh, totally.
Okay, cool. So then I'd still be concentrating on Hick. And let's see what this does.
Hex apply to him. You move the necrotic curse over from where it was over to him. Dark magic swoops around him for a second as the hex finds its place. Go ahead and roll your attack. That's a hit.
Woo!
Here we go.
Yeah. Oh shit! Hell yeah!
The
You
three of
kill
us just
Steam,
sitting out,
son of a bitch!
the three of us just sitting out here like, so all the squishies just ran in there by themselves and
Oh god, they're all dead.
Squishy squad!
You walk in, you aim your hex at him, you fire a blast of energy that concentrates where his ribs would be. He looks down at it and it explodes, causing all of his bones to explode outwards in different directions. Just a moment of silence, looks down. And there is nothing left of the witherling. Well, that room was definitely a challenge.
Yeah, man.
I'm so sorry this keeps happening, Lexi.
Fine.
hey guys, what happened in there? Everything okay?
We heard an explosion. Are you all okay?
Heck in.
Yeah.
Nope, we should probably run in. Ah! Oh, he's gone.
Holy crap.
Alrighty.
We make a good team, you guys.
Yeah, I helped.
Yeah.
It was a pleasure working with you.
You know what? You insulted him pretty well.
Due to the increased volume in the pot, you notice that the water level rises up and the pot seems to be boiling over now. Occasionally, as it boils hotter and hotter, you see like a foot from the knoll get pushed to the surface and come back down into it, and then like an arm
Yeah,
come
let's
up and then go back
gross.
down into
Let's
it.
just leave. This is gross.
This is really
Can I check
foul.
like the barrels and the boxes?
Yes.
in the room?
Looking through them, again, it's mostly assorted kinds of meat. You notice that it hasn't been well treated, but some attempt to salt it has been made. But it's uneven.
Is there any
and
salt around?
No, just on the meat.
Damn.
But as you
I
look
try
through,
some of it.
it's too much salt. Like it is overly salted, and it's drying out the meat
right.
and has dominated the flavor of it. You get the impression that he heard that salting meat is something you do, and then basically dipped the meat in salt entirely.
Oh Jesus! They just have a barrel of salt, and then they put some meat in it.
And now they no longer have that barrel of salt.
Yeah. All right. That's all the boxes and stuff. What's this over here?
That is just cooking utensils. It is just a
Okay.
bunch of pots and pans and such.
Should we stock up on that? I mean, like,
I would rather buy some
yeah.
maybe in town.
Yeah, they seemed a little
Food safety and all
contaminated.
that. Unless you want to
Alright.
have filth fever.
No belly aches,
Yeah.
please.
At the moment, I believe the only thing we need to do now is check on that door.
I
However,
have to find this Grimoire person. He has something of mine now. He
Oh,
stole one of my things.
Oh shit,
Huh.
that's not good.
Same.
Well, I feel like we should maybe check out the some of the statues as well, like while we're on the way to that door.
That sounds good.
While you guys check out those statues, I'm not really that good at that kind of thing. Maybe I could start trying to move some of that debris out in front of that door.
I'm just gonna
Sure.
unlock tokens now.
The one that's over here, this debris.
Wait, Logan, I'm just going to step away for a second. Can Spencer run Lexi? I just gotta call someone real quick.
Sure.
Okay, sorry. I'll be as quick as I can. I'll be right
Yep,
back.
totally.
I trust you, Snakes.
Oh dear.
Okay, I know, right?
Alright.
Logan,
Yeah.
while they're checking out the
I
things,
heard
can
you.
go
Yeah,
and
you
try to
can.
do
You
that?
can. Yep.
Yeah.
Go ahead and let's see. That's G. Go ahead and roll me, when you're over there, a strength check. It's mostly large pieces of wood, hollowed out trees, and like chunks of like old benches and whatnot that have been put up against it.
Oh, I wish you were athletics. Haba! Oh, well,
oh,
I don't think athletics would have helped.
probably not.
disc there.
I'm gonna stay here for a bit.
So,
Guys, there's like, some of them are trees or something?
do you want to still succeed?
It'd probably just like take you some time to do so.
Yeah, I'm just gonna, I mean, I guess I'll just spend some time in here. Like,
Okay, roll one more check. You'll succeed regardless, but if you fail this one, you will become exhausted.
that's cool.
Oh
Haba.
shit.
That is exactly success.
Yay!
So you take some
Oh,
time.
this is
It
gonna
does
take a bit.
It does take a while. You do find you are sweating heavily by the end of it. Some of the rocks, like you move away some of the wood that's there and find that they've just moved some big old rocks in the way that
I just take off like some of my armor to like sweat a bit. Like, oh god.
and when you move it, you find that the room, when you open it up, there's a metal door that you move pretty easily. When you open it, this room's a bit different than others. There are what looks like tree roots from outside appear to be growing into the room, and there's a lot of blood, like old dried blood on the
Oh
ground.
shit.
When you look in, there's a large statue up in an alcove that in front of the statue, there's a very large chest, rather ornate looking, very old. Directly across from the opening you see on the wall, there is what looks like, and I'm going to describe this very specifically, there is a very large button, effectively, that can be depressed, that looks like it goes into the wall. A line of text in a language that you can't... What languages do you speak?
I believe just Common and Elven.
Oh, then you would be able to read it. It's in Elvish.
yay.
So, a line of text is written in Elven directly above it. And there are three
Oh,
glass...
Common, Elven, and Orcish.
You can read it then. So I'll tell you what it says in a sec. And then above the button that can be depressed, which is fairly large, like it looks like a large brick that can be pushed in. You can put your whole palm against it. Above it, there are three glass circles that each look like they have a little stone inside them. That the glass looks pretty thick, looks a couple inches thick. They're just three glass tiny window panes directly above it. The line of text reads, poof, jump, climb, and slither, cross underground, sky, grass, and fire of nature abound. Hidden here wealth of the Catmoss tribes, speak their names. And there are I think I already mentioned it, there are also, with some of the roots winding around them, there are two suits of armor that look old and ornamental that are standing at the opposite sides of the room.
Okay.
The others So it takes you a while to do that. So I'll leave you with that.
Yeah,
for
definitely.
A while.
I'm just he's not even in the room. He's just kind of standing looking at that thing. Like,
And the rest of you guys, heckin', you guys go to the snake statue. Is there anything in particular about it? So it has the red orb that is placed firmly enough that it can stay there, but not doesn't look too tightly clasped. It's like balanced and held in place by the snake's fangs. At about normal human eye level is where the orb is, and there's the inscription on it. Is there anything else you guys want to investigate about it?
Does the orb seem locked in place?
It is securely fastened there, but it does not seem... It's not, like, built too heavily into it. You get the feeling that it could be wrestled free.
Oh. My connection over here is being really bad. Can you repeat what you said?
It is held firmly in place, but it is not, like, locked into the statue or anything. You feel like you could wrestle it free. Getting a close look at it, it is a orb that looks like it's made of thin glass that just has this like one little glowing mote of light in the center of it that is giving off the red glow.
Mm-hmm. Can I check and see if anything will like trigger if I try and pull out the orb?
Although known as check for traps.
You can do that as Lexi. I don't think Vogan would have the skill set immediately necessary to do that.
Okay. I'll have Lexi roll it then.
Okay. Investigation.
Investigation check, right?
Yes.
Nice.
Ooh.
Doesn't seem like it. It seems like the statue is pretty much just there ornamentally, and as for pulling out the orb, it doesn't seem like it's connected to any mechanisms.
Okay. Then, as Vogan, I will try and pull out the orb.
Roll me a strength check. As you, or in this case, roll me actually a sleight of hand check.
Oh fuck!
This one,
all right.
You have to like wrestle it free and like angle it away from the fangs.
Okay. Can I get Lexi to help, or
do you have proficiency in sleight of hand?
I don't, but she does.
Then she can do it, and you can't help.
Okay. Well, all right.
I could perhaps help.
Do you have proficiency?
I do.
Then yep, if he wants to help, he can help.
All right, cool. Proc advantage.
Yep, you managed to take it out. You feel like if you put too much pressure on it, it would probably have shattered, but Lexi manages to get it out with Aristo helping to watch out for anything that sounds or looks like it's putting undue pressure on it. You get it out, it just seems to be a little glowing red orb.
Nice.
Good job on the teamwork.
Yeah.
Well done.
Good job, guys.
We should probably
thank you.
continue. Why have you gotten so much cuter, Lexi? No, I'm kidding. Awful. Anyway, other statue. Other statue! Probably.
Yeah. Let's go to the other one.
Okay, right.
I believe that one was Cad.
Yeah.
So coming up to this one again, this is the one where it's a large frog with a green or a blue orb placed in its mouth. This one seems like the orb is fastened in and has a bit more pressure on it, but it does also look like it could be removed if it's pulled hard enough. This is also the one that had the small lockbox sitting underneath it, like pressed up against one of its feet.
Ooh. We should
I
check
want to try and
that
open
out.
that first.
I shall step back since I'm not proficient in the arts of nabbing these type of things. Excuse me.
Can Lexi try and check for traps on the lockbox?
Lexi absolutely can. So, as Lexi goes to check for traps on it,
A trap springs.
I can.
Fucking damn it.
The trap was
Lexi.
set to activate when checking for traps.
One doopa doopa doo doopa doopa doo.
Dum-dum-diddy.
A dum dum da
Yeah.
As she reaches towards it, the box springs open.
Oh,
Is it
And
a
s-
mimic?
And several of the a bunch of parts of the opening of the chest seem to form a graded set of what it looks like teeth, and a tongue lashes out. And it is,
fucking mimics! God damn it!
and it's gonna attack Lexi.
Lexi dies.
And it's gonna have advantage on that attack.
If
so one
Lexi
sec.
dies while you're controlling her Spence, you're screwed.
She's not gonna
And that's
die.
a hit.
She won't die from this, probably.
It lashes out. You see two eyes open on the tiny chest as little itty bitty chest heckin' wakes up
Hey! Fuck!
and starts gnashing. It's still very small. It's like hopping slightly. Its body suddenly bending. You hear the jingle of coins inside it every time it hops, but it's like lashing at Lexi with its tongue and with its
Lexi!
Oh
heckin'-
no.
And then I guess we'll roll initiative.
And initiative starts.
It's kind of cute, but also terrible.
And that was
Why do you
No.
think horrible things are cute?
in the first round will be surprise because it got the drop on you guys. So, bep. It's gonna have used its first turn. Vogan, guess what?
Yeah, man.
I'm gonna roll an attack against you as you say Lexi. A thing falls beside you. I would have advantage because you hadn't seen it there. So it goes again.
Oh no.
You suddenly become blinded as something falls over your head and starts biting into you.
What the fuck?
And
Do the others see it?
oh yeah, they totally see this big old boy show up.
Oh!
No, not again.
Ah, takes me back.
A large creature
Did you
comes
guys fight
down.
this thing before?
Yeah, we did.
Dark mantles. Yeah, man.
Like 5 of them. It was horrible. I loved it.
It comes down. You are
So I'm hearing you
blinded.
screaming.
No, not from where you are. You're quite far away.
Okay, cool. I'll just stay over here.
You are blinded. It is attached to you.
Oh, they're having fun.
Oh
They
no.
sound like they're having a lot of fun.
Dude.
Oh,
You are
dear.
not technically grappled, but it is adhered to you. And
Not to worry, Vogan. We'll get you out shortly.
Just give it a moment, please, Vogan.
Pointing a
I'm
dagger at
sorry.
myself.
all right.
Don't do that.
The baby mimic's surprise attack will consider that to have been its thing. It is, if we do the tongue, it is going to grapple Lexi. It is sort of like, it's not big enough to properly grapple Lexi. Like, it can hold her down and it's making her stumble, but it can't really hold her in place. It's very tiny. It is a
So it's just
baby mimic.
latched onto her.
Yeah, latched onto her. It can swing itself around and use its weight to do the normal things you could do while grappled, but it's not doing terribly well. And it is Lexi's turn. Surprised, and Vogan.
I guess my first reaction would be to try and pull the thing off of me.
All right.
So,
Roll me a strength check. That'd be your action.
Can be athletics or it has to be
A
strength.
strength check.
Eh.
Athletics is like feats of running and climbing and such, for the most part.
Yeah, but I like athletics better.
I bet.
It's a bigger number, so I want that.
Exactly. Look, Aaron gets it.
I bet he does.
Man, that sucks to suck.
It does not. You try to pull it off. You find yourself. You make
Oh,
the
the dex
mistake
check.
of. Oh, it's still a 3.
It's the same thing.
You make the mistake of when you grab it, you try to like strangle it at the same time, so you're just pushing it onto your head more as you try to pull it off, and you find yourself pulling at your own head when you do so.
Oh god.
You guys begin to hear this like grotesque sucking sound every time. It keeps moving a little bit like a squid, like puffing. You're just hearing this as it seems to be
that's not appropriate.
adhering more and more to his head. Miriam!
That's not appropriate at all.
Get off Hogan, you disgusting top hat.
It succeeds.
It doesn't care.
So high.
Use my bonus action to give Lexi Bardic Inspiration.
Alrighty, go for it.
Do a girl stab the box.
So, Carrie, you tried to open a lockbox underneath the statue, which turned out to be a mimic, a baby mimic, which is now like... oh, did I hear? I thought I heard Carrie.
No, I was doing my impression of Lexi.
I thought I heard her in the...
Oh, now she's back.
Okay, now Carrie's back.
Carrie, you're being attacked. They had you try to they had you try to open the lockbox under the toad, which turned out to be a baby mimic.
Fucking Spencer!
What? I did things rogues are supposed to do. Okay.
It is now adhered to you. It is not like a full chest. It's like just a large box that is currently stuck to you. Like its tongue is out, latched onto you, and the side of its body is adhered to the side of you. But you also a dark mantle. A large cone-like gross creature fell from the ceiling and fell onto here. Heckin'. There you go. This is what's on Vogan.
Fucking.
I love these things.
It fell onto his head. He is currently blinded, and he is wearing that like a hat. And by that I mean it's wrapped around him, down to his shoulders, trying to eat him. And heckin'. Aristo.
Okay, so I'm looking at my boy with the dark mantle. It's like I'm gonna try and move my head. Let's see if we can loosen that grip a little bit, and I'll curse or hex his strength.
Alrighty.
And if can this thing take attacks of opportunity if I try and walk away?
Not currently. Normally it would be able to, but based on how it works, you can only attack the creature it's attached to.
Gotcha. Okay, so then I will try and take a shot at it.
I can do it. Alright, that hits.
Oh, careful, Vogan. This may stick.
It's so cold.
You blast
you in the face.
You blast it. It's coated with like a layer of frost and stops for a second, and then immediately goes back to like gyrating and making that terrible suction noise, and all the frost just falls off of it.
Stop gyrating me!
Oh dear.
Try and pull it off now. It should be weaker.
And is that your turn?
Good.
It's gonna go ahead and attack you, and it has advantage.
Oh no.
Oh my god.
And it misses.
Yay!
Yeah.
I put my shield in front of it. Stupid mechanics of the game.
Yeah, this game doesn't 5e doesn't account for flat-footed. So it goes for an attack on you. Heckin' Beba Mimic's gonna go. All right, Beba Mimic, here we go. Let's see. I'm just making. Yep. So it is going to make a. It's going to make a bite attack against Lexi, and it has advantage on account of the grappling. Got a bunch of grapply boys here. It pulls itself closer with its tongue, tries to dig its teeth into you, and it rolls 2 3s.
Nice.
Hell yeah.
All right, Lexi, your turn.
Fucking, can I try to get the mimic thing off of me?
You can try to break its grapple if you want to use your action to
Yeah.
Roll athletics against it.
Okay, I'm gonna try to do that.
Okay.
My athletics is not good, but here we go.
You do have a bardic inspiration because of Miriam. So.
Oh, I'm probably gonna end up using that because I got fucking nothing.
Alright.
Mary.
That's pretty
Yeah,
good.
probably
Sure
not.
did.
Yep.
Yeah.
You rip it off and throw it at the floor, and it hits the ground. And that is
Okay.
that is your turn, unless you wanted bonus action something.
So it's on the floor, right?
Yeah, it hits the ground, it bounces like back, getting right up, and then it just starts like gnashing, just coming back at you like a toy.
Oh my god. Oh God.
Trying to furiously get you.
Okay. Can I bonus action try to slash it? Did I
Nope,
have
because you
enough
didn't make
for
an
it?
attack.
You are right. You're right. Fucking fuck. Okay. I guess that's my turn because I can't get it. And I don't want to move far away from it. So here we go.
Alrighty, finish.
All right, I'm gonna run forward.
Help.
There's so many people I have to help.
Bash Vogan with your fucking.
I don't want to hurt him.
And then just
I'm gonna-
clock him in the head.
I'm gonna attack the baby mimic.
Go for it. That's it.
No.
That's a miss, I'm
I
afraid.
missed.
No.
How do I miss?
You like swing down to attack the baby mimic. You hit the ground. The baby mimic like gets knocked on its side, stays still for a second, then immediately gets back up and begins gnashing its teeth at you.
I'm gonna turn to. I'm gonna turn to Vogan and go. I believe that you're gonna get out of there. I believe in you. And that's gonna be a bonus action healing word.
Okay.
Oh, yay!
There you go. 6 hit
Nice.
points.
Nice.
I believe in you. You will get out of there.
All right. Prentice is
Oh.
busy.
So this wall seems to have letters of some sort. Oh no, they sound like they're having fun.
Vogan.
I'm gonna try, I guess, getting it off again.
All right. Roll me strength again. Nope.
Can I have advantage because he's hexing it and giving him a disadvantage on strength stuff?
Unfortunately not, because it's not doesn't have to make a check
Damn.
against you.
Ah,
Damn.
shit. I thought that would help.
No.
Fuck.
It's a DC. I'm
Yep.
pretty sure.
It is.
Yeah.
It's just
Oh,
once
well.
it's suctioned, and its own athletics don't really apply into that.
Action search.
Go
Go
ahead.
I need this thing off of me.
Yeah.
Go ahead and do it again.
Comes
I
the
really
one.
hope you roll well.
Yeah!
You rip it off of you and you throw it to the side. It like gently walks
What the fuck is that?
Some sort of cave squid? I don't know.
God, I hate it.
Some sort of cave squid.
Do we have anything else I can do? It's me. It's my
Alright.
action. So
Miriam. Oh, sorry, Miriam, not Aristo. Miriam.
It couldn't be a cave squid. It's far too ugly.
Get it, boy, get it!
I will hurt your
Roasted.
feelings to death.
It failed.
no.
Aww.
Oh, that's good. It's good that it failed.
Yeah, he succeeded.
it takes
The thing
damage.
failed.
It like looks at you after you say that to it, and all of its little tentacles seem to all point all at once towards you, Miriam.
Don't you fucking dare!
Bring it, Flappy Bird. All right, that's me.
That's you.
Yeah.
Aristo.
Alright. I should probably try and back up, but he can take opportunity attacks now, right? Probably.
Yep.
I'll risk it.
All right, it's gonna go for an attack on you. As you move away from it, it leaps up into the air and tries to fall down on you. It has disadvantage. It misses. I'm also gonna put it in the space you were in, just based off the nature of how that goes.
Makes sense.
If it moved out of my space, can I get an opportunity attack?
No.
Oh.
Damn it.
Why not?
Because I said so.
This is bullshit.
Because I moved it based on. Because I moved
There's
it.
no mechanical reason.
You know, you're saying a lot of no's when you should be saying yes and.
Yeah, you of all people don't get to say that.
Damn.
Because
I'm gonna
me moving it there is just a contextual part of how it attacks. I don't think it moving one space away it gives it any flavor that gives it an advantage on you anyways. Alrighty, so that is a hit.
Oh, damn, nice.
Fire.
Oh, the hex didn't parse. Oh, whatever, it died anyway.
Heckin',
Damn you, Aristo. No, don't.
I'm sorry.
I don't-
No, you're
I-
not.
I'm like the one person who doesn't care.
Fire your shit, dude.
Scrolling back up. Yeah, you had never,
lucky today.
you had never, looks like, oh, because whenever you applied it the other time, it was like a once per effect thing. That's why I didn't,
Oh.
why I didn't
weird.
parse. Yeah, I'm gonna check how you have it written in your thing. 1 second, please. Hex. Yeah, it's currently set to expire on roll, so that should be expire never. Bam. Alright, Heckin', you kill it, you blast it, you fucking good job. If you got another turn, then you were all gonna be blind.
Oh, shit.
That sounds not
You
good.
blast
Move that
it.
shit to that little boy.
Alright. Is that your turn?
Disgusting creature.
Is that your turn?
That's my turn.
Alrighty. And Beba Mimic! Beba Mimic doesn't know when to give up. Beba Mimic is gonna go ahead, and it is going to attack. Hmm?
Fight me. Fight me. Have you ever considered leave Lexi alone?
It's gonna go after Lexi, I'm afraid.
I'm gonna get you next round.
Goes for its pseudopod. It misses. It lunges at her, and a very long tongue extends out from it, tries to lash at Lexi, but Lexi manages to dodge to the side of it and gets away from it.
Yes.
Lexi!
It's your turn.
What? Okay.
Stab it.
I want to stab it. That's what I want to do. Do I still have the... No, that's on my fucking bolts. Never mind. Yeah. I'm just going to try to do it with a stab.
I can get it.
I can get it.
That's a hit.
21.
Yeah. Get it.
Get.
Yeah, get sneak attack. Heck yeah.
Hmm?
Oh, die.
You strike it.
Come on, die.
As you hit it, you find it's actually pretty tough, even though it is clearly organic.
A
It's
baby. It should be dead.
oh yeah. A bit, count
Like the
yourself.
other babies I've
Count
killed.
yourself lucky it's not like a
I've
full,
killed so
properly
many
grown mimic.
babies.
All right, you strike it. You deal 10 damage to it. It lets out a whenever you hit it, and it is.
Bonus action claws, yes.
All right, go for it. Yeah, you mean
Lexi.
Does an 11 hit?
it does not.
Lexi.
Heck.
Boop doo boo.
Stumble's trying to get it.
Oh wait, you have
Those are
an
good.
inspiration.
I do! I'm gonna use my bardic inspiration to see if I can
Didn't you
hit
use
it.
it to get rid of the thing before?
No.
No.
No, I didn't, because I rolled an 18.
Oh.
Mm-hmm. Fuck you, Nico. No,
I was just
I'm
asking.
kidding.
I heard you guys
Yeah,
mention
no.
it before. I was just asking.
Yeah, but I didn't use it.
I'm over here looking at a wall, man.
Are you
Use
are you
hands.
going to use that bardic inspiration to try to hit it?
Yes.
Go for it.
Okay.
You hit it.
Ah!
You-
Alright.
Well
you
done,
claw it.
Spencer.
Thank you.
Claw it. Fucking
You deal 4
die.
damage. Oh, and also, not only do you deal 4 damage, as you claw it and you bring your arm back up, it is now bound to the back of your arm and you're grappled again.
Oh my gosh!
Wow,
You've-
mimics
as-
are really sticky.
Yep, as you strike it, you
It's
find that
sticky!
its entire body is coated in a very sticky substance that as soon as you come into contact with it, it is just adhered to your skin.
It's a lesson learned. I don't use my claws on this thing, but fuck, get off! Mariam, get off!
Fenris, what up?
Lexi, can
He
you
goes-
please
he
hold
goes, "Mary."
still?
She's just wiggling her arm the entire time with it on it, like.
Lexi, I have to insist you hold still, she says, raising her mace.
Why are you taking it off?
Here we go. I'm so sorry.
That's a hit.
Hooray!
Yeah. Heck yeah. Please get off of my friend.
Good damage.
Hey!
Yeah, oh no, it's still on my friend.
You hit
Must
it.
be a
It
sir.
lets out another, and then it just keeps holding on. You see like
Fucking get off!
its teeth like gnash at you, like it seems to rotate its body well adhered to him, and just looks over towards where Fenris is and lets out a little screech, and then goes back to being adhered.
Oh, I don't like that thing. That's my turn. I can't. I don't.
Perhaps the writing is some sort of riddle.
Vogue.
Oh my god. Oh,
All right, I'm try and attack this fucking baby mimic here.
All right, go for it. That's a miss.
You don't give a fuck. you don't care about Lexi.
Nah, it's not
You
worth
have
it.
You raise your cleaver up and you like bring it up to attack. Lexi sees you raising it and she backs away from you, causing you to miss.
Lexi,
both.
hold still!
Ah! I was trying to hit me with stuff.
I'm trying to hit the thing. God
Oh,
damn it!
sorry.
He's trying to help you.
Is that your turn?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's my turn.
Miriam.
Listen, Box, I want to eat her up too, but can you at least have a breath mint?
Oh my goodness!
You
Yeah.
alright now?
It failed. It got a 4.
Yay!
Oh no!
Heck.
Inappropriate.
Well, at least it has disadvantage on its next attack.
Hooray!
Nice.
I'm helping.
Yay!
Yeah, you are.
Okay.
Focus, you got this. Man.
I'm trying so hard.
No.
Aristo.
We believe in you.
Alright, so I'm gonna move my hex. I'm sorry.
Happens
Now
every
hold
time. It's
still.
alright.
This could get real.
The amount
I
of
do not hold still. Give him disadvantage.
That's a hit.
Quick, Focus, use your inspiration. Hit it.
I swing my sword at it.
Aristo fires a blast of energy at it that strikes it. It blasts it off of Lexi's arm, which, Lexi, your arm feels incredibly cold as the energy passes over it. As it flies over the frog statue, Vogan takes his weapon and baseball bats it in the air, causing it to cut in half. As you do, gold coins rain down from inside of it and clatter to the floor.
It's like a pinata.
Ah,
Aww.
it
What?
looks like some sort of elvish.
I also do not know what a pinata is.
A total of 14 gold coins hit the ground.
Oh.
Anything else, or just the coins?
Just the coins.
Okie doke.
It looks like this is some sort of elvish.
I think
Oh.
we've left
Oh. Thanks, you guys.
Princess too soon.
Freaking thing.
I pick up the gold.
Maybe elves wrote it.
I'm
Alright.
glad you're okay, Alexi.
Are you sure?
There you go. 14 gold.
Well,
I was
what's
about
it?
to add it, you son of a bitch.
Well, I did it first.
You bitch. All right. Well, we should probably, I guess, try and get this fucking orb out of the way.
Nice.
leave it to
I've
you
forgotten
guys.
about the orb.
Is it gonna be another sleight of hand check, Logan?
Who knows? Who's gonna try to remove it?
Not I.
Well, depending on if
Remember,
if it
he said this one
can
was
require
different.
brute force. Well, I was gonna ask if like it could like require like brute force to get it out.
I described to you how to secure it in. All you can do is tell me who's gonna try.
I will try to brute force it out.
All right, roll me a strength check.
Break it.
All right, can it be athletics because it is a feat of strength, whatever
Nope.
thing. You're a bitch.
Ooh, someone's grumpy.
So in this
Oh.
case,
Nice roll,
as you
though.
grab it and try to pull it out, as you pull backwards, it does seem to slowly scrape loose along the stone. And as it's about to wrestle free entirely, you grip too tightly and it shatters in your hand.
Ow!
As it shatters,
Oh, no.
as it shatters, it lets out a loud, booming, thunderous sound that echoes down the hallways.
Well, luckily we took care of everything, so cool.
Are your hands okay?
What?
Yeah, I guess they're fine. Shut up!
What? I heard a sound.
You're over there! Shut the fuck up!
I believe we've left Quintus to his own devices for perhaps too long.
Perhaps if I do what is said in the writing, then
Oh no.
something will happen.
Uh-oh.
I
I
can't
think
wait.
now we go over to where.
Yeah.
As you go over to where he is, you guys get in there just as he gets to the button and glass things and starts looking at them.
Okay, cool.
So, because you would have spent a fair deal of time moving all the wreckage and whatnot.
Guys, you look like hell.
So he walks in the room and all he hears in the distance is and then like 4 minutes later it's like, hey.
Did someone bite you all over your face, Vogan? What happened?
Poor baby mimic.
My hand hurts.
Want me to kiss it better?
Sure,
Aw.
yeah.
So guys,
Fenrir.
I found this blood vine room. Seems to be a lot of blood vines in here.
Can you share the text that was above the thing?
Oh,
here?
sure. It says, jump, climb, and slither, cross underground. Sky, grass, and fire of nature abound. Hidden here, wealth of Catmoth tribes, speak their names. So I'm thinking I speak their names.
Do you know their
Hold on.
names?
Logan,
I'm
can you
thinking I speak
post the text?
Kyrd,
His name?
Sigid, and Hirak.
Yeah.
Logan, can you post the text again?
Oh, thank you.
Thank you.
So I'm guessing I speak those names I just spoke.
Maybe not yet.
Yeah, it's the names of the statues.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you're waiting for something to happen, Deco, nothing happens.
Oh no, he's just like I'm waiting for them to confirm.
Yeah.
That sounds very familiar, like what we saw on the door. I think that might be the key to that puzzle.
And you said that there were like
There is a large button, a large square pane that is slightly pressed out that looks like it can be pressed in. Above it, there are 3 glass panes. Behind each one, there seems to be a small stone, and the line of text is written underneath the glass panes above the button.
Okay. Okay.
We
Do they
wouldn't
confirm that that's probably what I
replace-
have to say?
I mean, I think so.
I
Probably.
agree.
Yeah.
All right, press the button.
Oh, dear.
Okay.
When you press the button, you find that when you press it, it actually goes quite far in. You have to end up pressing it all the way in until, like, mid-bicep for it to finally lock into place. So
Doing
your,
it.
your arm is quite depressed into the wall at this point.
There we go.
Oh boy. Okay.
Do you, do you say, there we go?
I guess I do.
Okay. As soon as it's pressed all the way in, each time when you say there, one of the lights comes on just as a soft white. When you say we, another one comes on as a soft white. And when you say go, the last one comes on. They all flash red and then go out.
Okay.
Okay, I have a theory here.
Mm.
Do you mind?
I
if
Also
You guys hear a creaking sound
Yep. As the armor comes to life.
as
and
the
attacks
armor
us.
comes to life.
Oh,
Yay!
Yeah. Yeah, I thought so.
you go!
Here you
I
go.
did it.
Hey,
Nico wanted this.
Quintus.
Nico absolutely knew this was
Quintus.
coming and wanted to do
100%.
this.
You feel
what's
something lock in around your arm and hold it in place in the wall.
Okay.
Get behind my shield.
You-
I have one arm free for a shield, everyone.
And then initiative happened. We're just bouncing fight to fight to fight today. All right.
There we go.
Yeah, I think we might just maybe get out of here. Like
Vogan, Vogan,
Just
you'd be
leave Quintus
everybody not in the room. Everybody not in the room, you'll be considered surprised by what's going on. Those in the room, you would have heard it. You see the armor stir awake. You see dirt and dust fall off of it as it clearly hasn't been active in a while. It tries to raise up a sword that it has with it, but the sword falls to pieces and it just drops the handle and clenches its fists. You're up, Vogan.
Okay. All right. I see this armor starts to animate itself and looks like it's going to attack us. So I'll go over to it and try and attack it now.
Gotcha.
I believe in you.
Shut up! You did this to us.
Oh no.
Nat19! Take an inspiration and go ahead and roll your damage against it.
My first inspiration of the game.
Yay!
Aww.
I have yet
Fuck.
to get one.
Logan, try with a bit more pepper.
You shut your fucking mouth.
I mean, he's right. Pepper does seem to help.
I'll kill you both.
Also, I'm stuck.
That's my turn.
Alrighty. Aristo.
Moving my hex.
Got a lot of work out of this hex,
Yep.
man.
I will say after this fight, your hex will expire.
Okay, that's fair.
You've gotten effectively
gotten
4
your-
fights worth out of this hex.
Like so much.
He's like a budget hexer.
You have that twice. I'm gonna get rid
Stretching
of
his
one.
hex.
Oof.
He's doing
That is a miss.
17
A
misses.
We need to go.
17 misses.
We need to go. We can't beat them.
You fired
What
at
are
it.
you
It
talking
hits
about? Bring him over here.
it. It causes it to stagger slightly, but it looks like it doesn't cause any damage to it.
Bring him over here. I'll help.
Does anyone have acid splash?
No.
All right. That your turn?
Yeah, I'm gonna move like nah. Yeah, I'll see where it.
Alrighty. Heckin' surprised. It's going to go. It's gonna go for its first attack. It punches it nat ones!
Hooray!
It goes to attack as it tries to swing at you. Its legs, which had vines wrapping around it, cause it to buckle somewhat. It wrenches itself free from them, but it doesn't imagine. It wastes the attack effectively. It then goes and tries to uppercut you with a second attack, and that one hits. You take
no.
5 damage as it punches you in the stomach,
No.
and then
Yeah, we need to go.
surprised. You guys are aware of what's going on in there at this point now. Quintus, you can't move. You have 1 arm free.
All right.
You can try to break free if you decide that's a prudent course of action, but who knows if it'll work. You feel like you're really secure
As
in
I've
there.
been talking, the things haven't lit up again, have they?
No.
Okay, good. I'm gonna try to break free.
Alrighty. Go ahead and roll me in a strength check. Okay, you just beat it by a point. Yeah, you wrench your arm free. You find that after you exert a certain amount of force, whatever mechanism is holding you appears to let go right as it's about to break. It just seems to give in and allows you to escape rather than snap.
There we go.
It is your action to have done that, FYI.
Yep.
And you'll have to use your interaction to take out a weapon at this point if you want one.
Yeah, I will get like super close to him, and I will pull out my since I can't have my shield out because that's an action to get out.
Mm-hmm.
I will get out my battle axe. No wait, that's battle axe.
Alrighty. One-handed, I assume.
I mean, there's no reason for me to have it one-handed right now.
Because you don't have your shield out?
Yeah, I don't think I do I? You said I...
I just assumed that you always had your shield out.
If he was holding his torch, I guess it depends on if you're holding your shield or your torch while you were there in the hand that wasn't being thrust in.
All right, I'll take your shield off you.
I probably would have had my torch out.
Okay, I'll take your shield off you, then go ahead and go for your thing.
Oh,
sorry. Right.
I guess I could action surge.
That's what I thought you. That's what I thought you were doing.
Oh, I was just gonna get there so it couldn't move. Let's action surge.
Given the re-equip and the charge, I had assumed.
Let's go.
Alrighty.
And I missed.
Oh.
It's like he's made of some sort of statue-like material.
It is metal.
God.
Just FYI. Whenever you hit it,
Statue material.
You hit it with the blunt side accidentally, and you do not manage to do too much. Vogan, your turn.
So, I want to. Oh, that's not gonna work probably.
No.
No. Damn it. I guess I'll try and. I'm gonna try and knock him prone.
Okay. He's going to roll.
Shit! I could have done that.
Go ahead and
my shield.
roll me athletics against him, and he's going to roll a strength check back at you with disadvantage.
15.
You knock him prone.
Yeah! Fucking get down, bitch.
Okay.
And then I'll turn to Aristo and say, put your arm in there and say the names of the gods or whatever.
My thoughts exactly.
Nice. And I guess
That's what I was gonna do. Don't say anything else.
Wow.
And that is my turn, I believe.
Apparently, it doesn't like other things being said.
Alrighty.
I'm gonna make a break for the pedestal or the button or whatever
Okay,
it
you
is.
rush forward to it. Once he got his arm out, the button had come back out. So as an action, you shove your hand in, push it, like, again, almost all the way up to your shoulder for how deep this is. And what do you say?
Cad, Hrock, City.
Oh, you got it in the right order. I was hoping you wouldn't get it in the right order.
No.
All right.
I
Darn.
wrote it down and figured it out.
Good job. I was sort of, a part of me was a little bit hoping that you guys would find this room before exploring the whole place and then be like, what the fuck do we got to do? But yeah, you got enough information at this point that I was like, they're going to get this like first or second try. The only reason you didn't is because you were like, there we go. And I was like, ha!
As soon as you said, "Did you say that?" I'm like, yes.
Because you wanted to kill us.
You
He's a
agent chaos.
troublemaker.
I knew
Absolute troublemaker.
I was honestly, because you had said it like reactively, I was probably going to be like, but I think you did though, because you made it as a fucking reaction noise.
Yeah. As soon as
anyways.
you said, like, "Did you say it?" I'm like, yeah. 'cause that's
as you
fun.
as you do that, the first pane of light, the rock lights up. It lights up blue. The second lights up green, and the third lights up red. And then they all glow brighter, and then they all go out. You see a stone slab comes down in front of each of them, stopping blocking your view of the glowing stones. The device pushes your arm back out. You hear a click and see a multicolored glow coming from the statue near the chest in the corner.
Does the statue deactivate?
Nope.
Let's kill him!
Nah, he's still angry.
Angry
God
boy.
damn it.
I'ma throw the fucking solved vault experience on you guys. Congrats!
Hell yeah.
It's disproportionate, but
Yay.
enjoy 800 experience.
Yeah.
Oh, can we level up?
Like right now?
Right now?
Across all of you. And no. All right. So that was your full turn, Aristo, to have done that.
Yeah. Can I use the rest of my movement or?
Yes, totally. So you would have been
Okay,
put
then
there,
I'll-
just FYI. And
Yeah, I'm good.
alrighty. And you do that, and then Lexi! You hear a commotion, you hear noises.
Oh, I'm gonna go in there.
5,
Here I go.
10, 15, 20, 25. You can get there with your regular movement.
Cool. I'ma see y'all fighting that boy and try to pursue him.
Bonus
have
if you
disadvantage
bonus
'cause he's
action
prone.
dash, you can get
You're
to him.
right.
And
He
you'll
is
have
he
advantage.
is prone, crumpled up
Yeah,
against the wall, so you'll have disadvantage
So
if you
yeah,
attack range.
pursuing him, I'm gonna have disadvantage.
You can
yeah.
bonus action dash to
I'll
get
bonus
him.
action dash and get to him, and then just bap him with my
Ye-
sword.
Go for it.
Yeah.
Aim for the heart.
You hit him.
Day.
Aim for its cold metal heart.
The heart is in
Hold
the
on,
butt.
we can use that on
Hooray.
fans.
Oh.
And do him a stab. You stab into him, you deal
pretty
11
great.
damage, digging the knife into him. You find yourself mostly just tearing away at metal and at like the leather binding like pieces underneath it. You pretty quickly are like, yeah, there's nothing in this. It is just armor, and you see the faint glow of like complex series of magical runes and whatnot inside of it that are clearly giving it life.
Just armor and blood.
But you
Jeez.
but you tear into it and deal damage. That your turn?
Yes.
You can bonus action. Oh no, you can't.
She already
You
did.
I can't because I bonus action dash.
Oh
It's-
no.
It stands.
No.
Okay, what
It's
up?
gonna go for one attack on Lexi.
No.
Swinging and missing with that one. As it does, it swings, goes over your head, spins around, and tries to bring the back of its hand over against Quintus.
Oh fuck.
Who it
Oh,
hits.
yes. Oh shit, you getting
No.
slapped, bitch.
Smashes you with the back of its hand, dealing 5 damage.
He
My
just
face.
backhanded you.
It like
Kitty,
winged-
he's
like it,
fighting dirty in
it like
here.
rotated its entire body to come in and smash you with the back of its gauntlet. And Miriam! I'm saying it right. I got you.
Kitty, he's fighting dirty in here.
That time you didn't.
I said Miriam.
I heard Miriam again. I was
You
like,
heard wrong.
but I was-
Stop it.
Maybe I'm just trained at this point. 2020.
I've accepted my name as Miriam now.
Oh.
Oh, it's an old lady's name.
Your
Why
name
are
is
you guys
Kitty.
fighting a pile of scrap metal. That's it.
All right.
Damn, he got him.
You vicious mockering it?
No, I just
Oh.
Just asking.
thought I'd figure. No, yeah, I am.
It attacked us.
It succeeds. It doesn't seem at all to care in any context. It is beyond
Makes
the
sense.
ability to
Hard
care.
to register how something like that would care.
It's like you insult it. It like looks at you and just crosses its arms and shakes its helmet like, how dare you?
Fenny, kill.
All right.
That's it.
Aw, Fenny.
Ah!
That's fucking adorable.
That's a nickname to have. All right. I'm gonna rush up. Oh, is my computer having a heart attack?
No,
Okay,
it's
we're
me getting rid of the fog of war is what's going on.
good. Thank you, Logan.
I'm just
I got
clearing out
scared for a
big
minute.
chunks of the map.
Oh, hold on. My computer's calming down for a minute. Okay.
It's not your computer.
No, it's Fantasy Grounds going what?
It's me clearing the fog of war. Because it was also lagging me when I did it, which lags you.
Ah, I see. What do I do? I'm gonna
You got 5
start.
more feet.
Okay, I'll go here. I'll start muttering under my breath, and I'm gonna cast Bane on this boy.
You.
Oh,
shit. Oh,
'Cause
but
that should
So
help.
it's
with
come
the
to
not
this.
hitting at things.
I was about to do the same thing.
Alright.
I was getting
I
close to the
believe
mic
I
and
told
everything.
you that when you summoned me, it had better be for a good purpose.
Oh,
Alright.
You heckin' baned him. Apply
Yeah,
Bane.
I'm gonna put the effect
got
on, so he gets a negative 1d4 to saves and attacks. I feel.
You
great.
merely adopted the armor. I was born in it.
get the fuck out of here.
Damn it. Alrighty. So you go ahead and mark off your spell slot. You cast Bane. Small magic symbols crop up around it and disappear immediately, turning invisible. Its body seems to slow down to a degree.
So that's me.
Alrighty. Quintus.
Get him.
Get him!
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh,
you-
nice.
Well, you got him.
All right, roll your damage.
Take that.
Like that.
Nice. 15 damage. You strike it. You what are you using? Your battle axe? You
Yeah.
carve through it. You bring your battle axe in, carve into its chest. The blade goes through it and cuts out the back of it. It doesn't cleanly go through the entire thing, and you have to pull it back out again. But it deals quite a bit of damage.
It says I wasn't targeting him.
I applied it. Don't worry.
Thank you. I thought I was. I targeted him last time.
Fun.
Anyway.
He get you, baby.
Heckin'.
That's
Alrighty.
it.
And
Wait. Second wind.
yeah, if you want to.
Smart.
Short rest after this, please.
Yeah, now we're fine.
Ah, look how fine I am.
Warlock on the corner like short rest? Yeah.
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 I'm gonna try and
That's my sheet.
Yep, it is.
There you go.
Vogan's
I'm
gonna have
try and not
Lexi
confirm
attack.
again.
All right.
You're right.
I'm gonna try and not
She's my
confirm.
familiar.
Oh, it's gonna do really badly. It's both baned and hexed.
Yay!
Nice. Take another inspiration, and it rolled a 10.
Yeah.
And he got a 10. Yeah!
You hit it. You reach forward and hit it. As you do, you see necrotic energy build up around its legs, causing it to buckle from the hex. And then, as it's trying to catch itself, more magical energy like amplifies its movement backwards as you push it from the bane, and it just falls back under the weight of 2 spells.
All
right, Lexi, get it!
And just gonna make sure I throw prone on
Take
you.
it down.
Alrighty. And
Aristo.
I love
swear.
Aristo. Take it down. Aristo, I believe in you.
I will say if
if
you attack it, it will have cover because Lexi's right in front of it and it's on the ground, and also
Yeah.
it's prone, so you'll have
Better not.
disadvantage.
Go for the attack anyway. Do
I
it.
believe in you, Arista.
I think he'll look at his companions like, they've got this. I'm more curious what's over here.
Damn right. You damn right.
And was it a chest here? or
Yep,
what
it's
was
a
that, the statue?
big old treasure chest.
Okay, Arista.
Is it- Is it unlocked or?
Yep, well it is now.
I would like to open it.
Opening it, you see there's some coins inside. A quick count reveals there's some multiple of there's at least like 600 or 700 silver in there, and 40 gold. You also see some more stones, some more gemstones. There is inside what appears to be a leather bag, and another potion. This particular potion seems to be an orange, smoky-looking liquid. There's a scroll inside, and the rest of it is gemstones. There's a moonstone, 2 quartz, 3 star rose quartz, and a zircon.
Ooh, okay. Was opening the chest an interaction because it wasn't locked or?
Yes, I would say so.
Okay.
You did in
Can I
the same
try
way
and
that opening a
sleight of
door is.
hand some shit out of the.
Oh, you
If-
bitch! Oh my god!
Total? Yeah, you can. What would you like to? What would you like to try to? You'll be going against everybody's passive because they're all engaged in stuff against him. So, what would you like to sleight of hand? I'd say you could take
try-
like an object in the same way that you could use an item.
Gotcha. Okay. What's how big is that bag?
That bag is like, it's like normal carrying size. Like it's,
Like a backpack or like a coin pouch?
Like a
bigger
little
than a
tiny
coin,
bag, like
bigger than a
little
coin
tiny
pouch. Smaller than a backpack. Like, heck,
Okay.
yeah,
Like a purse.
Small satchel, yeah.
kind of. It's
Yeah.
it's like a satchel.
bag. Just kind of sleight of hand, put it on his belt like he's always had it.
Yeah, I'm gonna try and.
We'll
grab
say it's
that
a
bag.
small backpack, effectively.
Okay. I'm gonna try and snatch that bag.
Okay, you snatch that bag.
Snatch that
Use,
Roll me sleight of
my,
hand.
inspiration.
Oh,
Using your
okay.
inspiration.
This is
Oh my
mine.
Wow. Wow.
Wasn't even
Dude,
that
wait,
great.
beats it, right?
In this case, meets it, beats it, and
Fuck.
yep, You just avoid Lexi's passive.
Yep. Oh, you bitch! You bitch!
All right, one sec while I get that back up. I'm just gonna. Where are you? And
He opens it up. Another mimic.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a bag that
that's what I
has.
thought was
It's got a
gonna
leather
happen.
strap. It can be like worn around like the waist. Heckin'.
What are you guys talking about? I've always had this.
Just not paying a lot of attention to my
Alright,
accessories.
there you
I
go.
suppose.
You got a bag.
All right.
Alrighty.
And yeah, guess that's my turn.
Just under my coat, you know.
Alrighty.
It's always
And
been
that-
under my coat.
Exactly.
Lexi. Lexi.
I feel like I'm probably just gonna bat this boy with my sword. Wait, is he still prone?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, yes.
Sweet.
Yes, he is.
Bap him with my sword.
He is prone and baned and hexed.
He is
Oh,
he's basically dead.
It's a bad day.
Oh.
Go ahead, roll your attack with sneak attack damage added on. How do you want to do
Oh!
You are a
Yeah.
How do you want to do
Great
this?
job, Lexi.
How do you
I
want to
think
do
we should
this?
Celebrate by fighting the other one.
Okay.
Because it's with the sword. So friggin' I was attacking it like with the metal thing, right? Like you said that I made kind of a hole the first time I stabbed it, right?
Yep.
Yeah. Fucking I wanted to just like drive the sword like really fucking deep into that hole and kind of like wiggle it to like rip the armor in two, if that makes any sense.
Yep. You jam your short sword into it and begin to wiggle it and try to carve it apart. You find that you find like a seam that you can move the blade along as you're doing that. That you realize this armor's fairly old and brittle. You start carving it apart. You see the magical runes inside begin flashing red, and then it reaches out to you. Its fingers go like tense, as if it was feeling intense pain. And then all the runes inside just dissolve all at once, and the armor collapses suddenly.
Goodbye, Kazan.
Don't you even start with that.
Thank you. I did it. I got it.
Good job.
Thank you.
Man, who wants to fight the other one? Looks back toward the
No!
Pointing cane at it. Like,
What'd you find in that chest there?
Yeah, so what you did?
Looks like a lot more treasure in here. Seems like it was unlocked from the pedestal.
Oh.
Oh, that's cool.
Wonderful. Let's see.
All right.
I checked the contents.
I go and aid.
You've
with
checked
my
all of the
eagle
things.
eyes.
You find a total of 40 gold, 900 silver pieces, a note that reads, "Dear Jeffrey, enjoy the bag that I put inside this chest for you. All right, Jeffrey. Now it's a special bag. I made sure to include it, so if you can't find it, it's in here. Make sure you get that bag." Anyways,
Aristo probably has it.
if the bag's not here, it's probably someone what took it. So that you see a moonstone, that orange smoky potion, again in a very small shot-like vial, 2 quartz, 1 scroll that you don't know what spell is on it just yet, 3 star rose quartz, and a zircon.
Neat.
Ew.
All right. Well,
Quite the haul.
hey, Miriam, you want to take the rest of these jewels here too?
It's Miriam, actually.
What? Someone,
Yeah,
someone
it's
Yeah. It's
Miriam, I hardly know him.
Swear to God, Veb.
Miriam, do you want to take the rest of these jewels?
Yeah, I'll be a little full in the backpack space, but I can start counting it all out.
Cool.
all right. I threw it all into the. I threw it all
Logan,
into
perhaps
the.
you could take the money then.
Sure. Yeah, I can do that.
We can divvy everything up later, of course.
Sure.
Of course.
Lexi, I have
As friends, we all share everything. Isn't that right, Aris? I'm kidding.
Absolutely. Could not agree more.
What's up, Fenris?
I have a nickname now.
I heard. I think he likes you.
Okay.
No, it's nice. He seems nice.
It's good to have good new friends.
You're crackling a bit, Bread.
Oh no!
These
Alright.
things will be very useful in getting us back on track.
I
There's
added the gold and silver pieces to my sheet.
Gotcha.
Logan, so.
That way Miriam's not carrying everything.
Yeah.
At some point, I'll have to start being like, so disadvantage on stealth, I think.
That's the change in your pocket.
Quintus just feels like that's something they need to do later, and not whenever they're starving inside of a locked fucking dungeon.
That's fair.
What are you talking about? We have plenty of food. Never mind. Let's go.
Yeah, I'd like to take a half-hour break if that'd be cool.
Yeah, you guys figure out what you want to do immediately. I will be right back real quick.
Have fun.
Oh. I don't know how to act as a person with a nickname now.
Nickname? What nickname?
Miriam started calling her Fanny.
So, Aristo, have you always had that bag? It looks good with you. It looks so good on you, man. Completes the outfit. I don't know why I didn't notice it before. I'm kidding.
Well, fairness, then that means that the end of your name sounds like the end of my
I
name.
swear to God, if you narc on me, I will slit your throat.
Jesus Christ!
Oh, did you say something, Aristo?
No, buddy. Grace, no, it's fine.
What a
Not an
stand-up
obligation.
guy.
I was distracted by firmness and didn't hear you say that. Damn it.
It's not an obligational nickname. I'll be going now.
I mean, do you want us to start calling you Fanny?
What's that? Nicknames among friends?
Do you want just Miriam to call you Fanny? Is it a special nickname or
No,
no?
it's not. It's not. That's not the principle of it. It's
Alright,
I'm
I'm
not I'm not forcing anyone to call me anything, or I'm just saying that I've been given one, and now it's a group discussion, which it never was supposed to be.
Fanny.
I'm going to go now.
Mir.
Mir.
Please let me take a break.
Well,
I'm fine with
we'll
that.
take a break. I'm
I'm just gonna sit
sure.
down.
Fanny, do
If
you
you
wanna
guys
take a
want to take
break?
a short rest, you can take a short rest.
Ah, in the blood room.
Hooray!
The blood room that was totally boarded up because the Gnolls kept trying to figure out the puzzle and kept failing. So eventually they were just like, that place is fucking dangerous.
Oh, that's so cute.
I short rested the group. You guys can use HD as you wish to.
Heck
Hell yeah.
And remember that Miriam has
Oh,
Song of Rest.
Logan, no.
But also remember that Miriam can only use Song of Rest once everybody is finished using HD.
This is a story. No.
I finished using my HD. Lexi, do you want to use on it?
Yes.
Oh, I didn't get back my do I not get I thought I get back second wind on short west, don't I? There it is.
No,
Okay.
it's not. It's
I think-
short or long. It's just for some reason programmed in again wrong. Bam.
Yay. Thanks, friend.
Vogan and Lexi are done using HD.
Lexi did use one.
She did not.
No.
Then she does not get Song of Rest.
Fuck.
sorry.
You know,
I
I
might
should.
want to use one.
Yeah.
Did you use it?
Yeah, I should just use it.
All right.
All right.
I'm
So
better!
Miriam,
I'm better!
Miriam, go ahead and Song of Rest, Vogan.
Do
Yay.
magic flute.
What a nice magic flute.
Do.
Where the heck is my?
Do the doodle-loo-loo.
Swear to God, if you doodle-loo me.
Oh, and you are back to full. That was a maximum Song of
Hi.
Rest.
That was a
Nice.
maximum doodle-loo.
Maximum rest.
Helps when you can just focus on one person as they like stand with legs on either side of them as they just jam them.
Oh my god.
For like a half hour.
You're just sitting there headbanging like, yeah!
I'm only doing this for the hit points. I'm only doing this for the hit points.
It reminds me of my homeland. What, did you have people that played music for you there? Yeah, it reminds me of when we'd go into their villages and slaughter them. Good times.
Wow.
Those were
Oh,
some-
that got dark.
He just like relaxes completely. Just,
I feel like,
Those were the good old days.
I feel like we've been in here long enough, friends.
I knew singing
Yeah,
an infernal would help.
Yeah, really did.
Shall we try to see if we can open that door?
Yeah, I think we should.
I believe so, yes.
All right.
Yeet! Oh, also, there's still that orb inside that thing.
Yep.
All right. Check the orb on this little lizard thing.
Saini, come on.
And now look at the
That is a
door.
sweet name.
All right. As you check the orb on it, it is there. It looks like. Let's see. It actually looks like it's not very well secured, and it's larger than the other ones.
Ah. Okay, be careful this time, okay? Gentle
Yeah, I don't
touch.
I feel like Lexi and you should maybe this requires a bit of dexterity,
A bit of finesse.
I can do it.
a bit of finesse, yeah.
Mhm.
Then I guess Lexi and Arista will try and slide it out.
Yeah, you make the roll, okay?
No checks necessary. It slides out rather
Oh.
easily.
Hell
Alright, cool.
yeah.
Oh, such skill.
Magic hands.
Hey guys, this door spins.
Yep. There are. Just to remind you guys of what it is a large door with a whole bunch of paintings of animals and different plants and whatnot on it. In the center, there are 3 very large rings. Each one's smaller than the next, layered into each other. And in the center of all 3 of them, there is a large button. And the outer ring has 5 pictures on it. Clouds, fire, plains, forests, and what look like snowy fields. The middle ring has colored circles that are green, blue, yellow, red, and purple. And the inner ring has pictures of a lizard, monkey, snake, tiger, and frog on them.
So wait, the outer ring had the fucking. Can you explain what the outer
Does
ring had
lizard green forest do anything?
Here, one sec. I'm gonna just change the way this is written real quick to decide to do this in a different way so that I don't have to repeat these a lot because it's just...
Be very appreciated.
Come on, do the thing I want. Do what I want.
Do the thing there.
And
Okay.
Does lizard green and forest do anything?
when you go to move the first one, you find the middle ring is actually, or the outer ring is locked into place on that one.
Oh, what's it locked into?
Forests appears to be at the top.
Can we go
Okay.
green and lizard?
Yeah.
Yep. As you line those 3 up.
Press button.
As you press it, you guys hear a rumbling, and the thing in front of you lifts up, and the passage opens as the wall in front of you rises up, and there is another door.
I did it, guys!
Yay!
Oh, nice.
Identical door.
Ooh,
that second one
guys,
locked
identical
onto?
door.
Second one seems to be locked onto the color red. The middle ring is locked.
Ah.
Oh, okay. So the first one would be fucking fire.
Fire.
And then
And then
it'd be
snake.
Snake. Yeah.
Snake, yeah.
Fire, snake, red.
And you
then
press it.
button.
Yeah.
You press it. It lifts. It opens up. Third door.
Yay.
Guys, we're puzzling.
We're
It's
doing
true.
it. We're
You guys got all the information ahead of time, so none of this is
What's
shocking
this
to me.
one say?
The inner ring is locked onto frog.
Oh.
Uh,
I don't think we can do this one, guys. We have to leave.
no, we saw this one. What did the frog one say again? I cannot.
The frog was
remember.
hopping blue menace.
Hopping blue menace.
Mm-hmm. What's
And it's locked onto frog, so
I'm
Blue.
going,
Blue.
clouds.
in
Those
clouds.
are-
Yeah.
Sky, grass, fire.
Maybe.
I think we should do it.
Yeah.
Push
Sure, why
button.
not?
So you're doing which ones?
Clouds.
All right,
Clouds.
clouds.
Yeah.
Blue frog.
Blue frog.
You click it, and it opens.
Yay!
Outside, you guys see a what looks like a landing, where there is a bunch of leaves seem to have been dragged in from the outside. You guys, for the first time since you've been in here, you feel fresh air come in from outside. Almost as if like the pressure is equalizing between the outside and inside. Just a gust comes in, some leaves kick up off the ground, and you see a large open metal door that seems to lead to some winding stairs that go up.
We should probably go and allow that tiger to escape now.
I was gonna
I
say,
was thinking about that.
Oh,
Miriam's already
Oh,
gone.
he is.
There
it's
you
fine.
go.
I'm sure Kitty's doing it at the moment.
All right, Miriam. Whenever you go there, the tiger appears to have eaten the rations you left for it. As you come into the room, though, like before, it gets up and seems to back as far away from you as it can, letting out a very low growl.
I will cast sleep on the tiger.
Oh no.
Oh.
Okay.
See if that works.
Go ahead and roll me for the HD for heckin' for sleep.
5d8. 2, 3, 4, 5. Next die. Do it.
You cast it. The tiger bats its eyes a little bit, but does not fall asleep.
Alright.
Shit.
Oh damn! For a malnourished tiger, holy shit!
You alright though?
What's the locking mechanism on this case?
It looks like a pretty normal lock.
Just a
And like
padlock?
it's not even technically a lock. It is just basically a clasp that keeps it closed. They weren't really worried about the tiger
Unclasp it.
opening the door.
Yeah.
Allow it to maul you.
Alrighty. Are you opening it up?
I will release the clasp and open the door slightly, and then I'm just gonna leave.
Alright. You hear it continue to growl as you back away. And I assume you go back to meet up with the others?
Yep.
Alrighty. As you leave, you see no sign that it's choosing to leave while you're still there. You meet back up with the others.
Oh, Kitty, there you are.
You can see from the top of the stairs, you guys can see a little bit of sunlight is pouring in.
Well, chums, let us
Yeah.
go.
It's time to get out of here.
We're finally
Some
free.
fresh air.
I'm coming, Winchester.
Anyways, can we go for a walk once we get outside?
Absolutely.
Yay.
You guys begin your ascent, walking upwards up the stairs. Eventually, you come up to a area where you are in a longish cave that it looks like a pretty normal cave. It looks like it was dug out, and then this place was constructed beneath it. You see, looks like it's mid-afternoon currently. The light is blinding for you guys, having spent so much time in the dark. As you come out, you squint, your eyes adjust. And as you guys walk out towards the cave and out into the proper forest, we're going to stop there.
You filthy slut. It's
And
true.
that's this week.
Did it.
You guys did all the things. Normally you guys missed like a few things, but in this one you guys did all the things.
Alright.
Huzzah!
I still don't know what these orbs do.
Nothing.
Maybe nothing.
They do nothing.
Hey, they're light sources, and that's
Oh no,
cool.
they go out as soon as there is
Oh,
that.
well, never mind.
Well,
We're
you're
going to sell them.
While you're within there, they could be used for light, but fucking not everything in the world does something.
Never mind. We're going to sell them.
Not Logan.
Well,
Vogan is going to be picking pieces of glass out of his hand for
Okay.
loot.
No.
I don't think this is going to level you. In fact, it probably won't. But I am
What if it
going
did,
to,
though?
I am going to apply your experience.
Be nice, DM Sama.
I'm doing the math quickly in my head. I don't
Logan,
know.
Please.
All right.
But I found out.
So, quest experience, you guys solved the vault. So that's 800, so I'll award that. Bang.
Heck yeah.
That's
close.
133 for each of you from just that. And now, for the community room gnolls, the kitchen gnoll, the Bebe Mimic and Dark Mantle, and one of the animated armors. Ka-cha! Not quite.
Damn it!
We're so close.
We should have just followed the other armor, guys. Let's go back.
All right, let's go back. Beat up some armor.
Come on.
I don't feel any stronger. Let's get the tiger.
Wait, no. Let's get the tiger. Yes.
Just a big bag of that, right?
Yeah, that's all he is.
No, you guys.
That-
Of him.
This is what happens in a 6-person group. There's a lot more fucking sharing. going
You're
on.
right. Looks to Aristo.
Yeah. Yeah.
You gotta be at least CR2, right?
Things to do.
I don't know what you're talking about. Ames crossbow.
I
Oh,
love
yeah.
the Holocaust for
Ames
being
mouth.
effective killing machine.
Ames mouth. Fucking
I
Fucking
mean,
raises sword.
we don't need 2 fighters. Brings up battle axe, aims at self.
I was gonna say, as things are right now, I wouldn't fight Vogan. He's
Yeah,
got
no.
he's got a hit point advantage on you.
I've got a hit point advantage, and I've got my saving face, and
But does he have an AC advantage?
You
No.
have him. You have him there.
I cast
well, that's
Bane
where
again.
saving face comes in.
Once.
All right.
Yeah, once that's fine.
So, heckin', I forgot to share this earlier, because it is done. It's not super important, but that's the art of Edrigan, the half elf that was one of the two boys to hire you. That's him.
He is sweet boy.
He's a good boy. And
I like him.
I'm not gonna say that he's probably worried about where you are, because he doesn't. Could take you guys weeks to do things, and he wouldn't know. But he is waiting on news from you. So there's that.
Yep.
It's on his mind.
Oh, one last thing before we go. During that last rest, Lexi, roll me a perception check.
Don't do it like it's a trap.
No, it'll be fine.
Perception's weird for this, but 13.
Shit.
While you guys were resting, Lexi, while you were resting and you were like sorting through your things and like retrieving your ammunition, you had noticed, you realized that all of your guys' gold and stuff was gone, and offhandedly, while you were resting, you just kind of patted down where you would normally keep your gold, just as a reflexive, like, fucking, I'm poor. And you heard the crumpling of paper.
Oh.
Oh,
I was waiting to see if you'd notice it on your own. I was gonna do this whenever you were leaving anyways, though. You, during that time, yeah, you noticed that you have a letter on you, a piece of paper that you did not have previously.
It's from Stinky.
Is it an IOU for all of our money?
It is for you to read and you to decide what to do with.
Well, Spencer's just reading it also, so there you
Ridiculous.
go.
That's cool. But you have that. It is a letter that has just a little ink paw print that has been stamped onto it with a few words written on, which Lexi can choose to share whenever she wishes to.
Hey Lexi, what's that letter in your pocket?
What? No, it's garbage. What? No. I would have shared it with the group if I noticed it.
So
Lexi.
Yep.
we can heckin', for the sake of having ended where we did, it reads Sin Mother Granny Liverstrick, the Esper Nose is written on it, and that is the extent of what's written on it.
I feel like none of that means anything to me.
Feels
but
like gobbledygook to me.
Yeah, man.
Same, but you know.
Along with, and it is written in very flashy cursive writing.
I mean, I don't really
It's
know.
some kind of
any that.
Elvish.
No,
I
I
don't really know.
feel
No, it's common.
that is an interesting stereotype
But
to have.
You can choose how to act on that.
Well, I can read it, and it's obviously. Oh, it's just okay. Never mind.
We'll deal with that next session.
We'll deal with that next session.
Yep.
Alrighty. Heckin'. And that is game for today.
We did it.
Yay!
We
I
solved
knew
your
that-
Gnoll puzzle and your door puzzles.
Yeah.
And I mean, you did.
Yeah.
I think that each of those doors was probably worth at least 50 experience each.
Nah.
Mm-hmm. Damn.
Hello, chat. How you guys doing?
Hi, chat.
Let's run some credits.
Hello, my boys. How have you been?
It won't be long until I no
I'm
longer
ready to
really need to give you guys cutting words, or I can start using cutting words, and they'll be like,
Oh, yeah.
inspiration. No, fuck you.
Fuck.
Oh yeah. What would have happened if we failed the door check?
The door check?
Or, like the door puzzle. Sorry.
Yeah.
Arrows.
Oh jeez.
Well.
That would've
Lots
been-
of them. An unending
great.
supply of arrows.
It's fine.
But that puzzle was very much if you have the information, I did not see any reason why you shouldn't be able to
Yeah.
fucking figure that out.
Game Hog's right. Y'all need to get your tickets to SoccerCon.
It's
I
true.
mean,
Gonna
me and
buy
Aaron,
your
me and
tickets
Aaron
to
aren't gonna be
SoccerCon.
there, but
Not
you
sure
know.
what's gonna be there, but
Yeah.
you should go. This is really
Yeah. Yeah, me and Aaron are gonna be hanging out all weekend, being bored as shit.
Oh, the credits are going to be bulky this time because there's going to be there's going to be all them subs in there.
Oh shit!
Oh, shit.
freaking.
Am I still doing those extra random streams this month? That's going to be probably mostly next month. But trust me, I'll make an announcement before then because I'm going to need all you guys to show up, and if you can, I'm going to need help.
Oh my god!
Oh, 20 more subs!
Damn.
But yeah, whenever I let you guys know, I would appreciate if our little community here would help me with that, just because streaming multiple extra days a week isn't going to matter much if all the numbers are under the required amount. So one solid month of a lot of good streams should probably get us to partner. So I guess what I'm saying is if you guys want to hang out, come hang out.
It depends on what day it is, but I could show up for some stuff.
Totally.
I did mean the viewers when I said all that, but I would like it if you guys showed up too. I would like company. Because, the people in the stream don't inflate the viewer number.
Well, you said hang out, so I thought that you meant.
Well,
Yes.
when you have internet famous Brett Bretterson on your streams.
What day is this, Logan? I don't know. It's going to be a whole bunch of days across next month / the end of this month. I got to get enough work done that we don't fall behind before I start doing it. But the plan is basically once I start doing it to throw in 2 or 3 extra stream days like a week and just go ham. And then if they're like, we would like it if you did more, I'll be like, I'm sorry, but you have unrealistic expectations. Oh, look at all these subs. Worked on just wing it all. I can't wing a bridge series. it's fundamentally not part of the process.
Aw, and nasty.
Can't wing editing.
Nice.
You love Carrie's Scottish accent? That's just her normal
I'm
accent.
doing it.
Aw, Carrie! You heckin' Miss Spencer's Scottish accent.
I know. I'm gonna fucking watch back and hear it. I need it in my life.
Stewie, be sure to throw that in there
Stewie.
as many times as possible.
I need
It was
Out of
really
context.
good.
I need it.
Ugh. Look at these credits go.
Also, Stewie, you're a good boy, and I love you.
Stewie, we all love you.
Look at them credits.
Jack Jumbo says I like Spencer's more.
Dueler has returned and given another $40 for some reason.
Oh my god.
No.
Carrie, do you want to know how good his Scottish accent
One more time.
was?
Oh shit! Yes.
The point to where Logan thought you had come back.
Oh.
I heard him. I heard him in the distance say something and was absent-mindedly. I thought it was you.
Oh my god. Well.
It was a good time.
Damn.
But you both do them both very well.
Yay.
I mean, because
I would hope Carrie
Carrie's
would.
Alright. There's something wrong if I can't do it.
Identity. But he's pretty good at identity theft.
Yes, he is.
Why did one of
Horrifying.
those gift subs have a message? And why was the message tmi.twitch.tv user notice Hashtag Blazing Azure Crow.
Huh.
It was a gift sub. It shouldn't have had a message.
Dude,
and why
at
was that the
times,
message?
Yeah. Dude, sometimes Garrett and Spencer are one being. It's fucked up.
Oh, jeez.
We merged like the aliens from Bill and Ted 2.
It's so gross.
Guys,
Awful.
guys, you fucking did it though. You're out of the goddamn Gnoll place. You're out of my experience insulation machine.
Dude, we get out of the door, fucking Gnick Snorkus is there like, thought you killed me, how? We're like, nah!
And then we kill him and get the 3rd level.
Yay!
Can
Well, he's
Gnick
like bugs
Snorkus?
The final Gnoll boss is Granddaddy Snorkus.
Yeah, so like I know you've worked really hard on Merrick and we appreciate him and he's kind of the worst, but like hear me out.
Uh-huh.
Gnick Snorkus.
Merrick?
Fucking Gnick Snorkus, though.
Isn't it? That it's not his name.
Merkwire.
No.
By the way,
know.
by the way, did I hear, Aaron, did you call him Grimwire earlier?
Markiplier, didn't I?
It might have just been because it's hard to hear you sometimes. I thought I heard someone say Grimwire, and I was like, I'll just let them be
No,
wrong.
unless
They'll eventually.
I was like dead asleep.
Yeah.
But no, I definitely was thinking about Merkwire.
I think the real tragedy here is that the Gnoll chef is dead. I think that he could have been a boon to his
I
kind.
miss
It could have been a real problem.
Yep.
Really brought a lot to their culture.
Mm-hmm.
No one ever know.
You get outside suddenly, Sapphire Dragon. Well, now I have to. That's the thing. At some point, I have to Sapphire Dragon you guys. It's like required that in this campaign one show up at least.
I mean,
I mean, if you ever want to kill us, I guess.
No, I have to.
Everstow doesn't deserve the bullying.
I
You
don't
don't know.
agree.
I don't
don't know.
It seems like a pretty rad way to go out as a character.
Sapphire Dragon?
I've never fought a dragon before.
No, fucking
Just
no.
stand there,
chef.
looks over at the dragon,
Well.
looks back to everybody else.
I think I'm the
Well.
only one here who hasn't fought a dragon.
I mean,
probably.
They're not like absurdly common because they're dragons, but in this setting, I could just drop a dragon
Fought
on
a
you if I so
berserker.
wanted to. That's true.
Jack,
Yeah.
don't know.
You fought with a dragon.
Oh, that's true.
Fought with a
We've met
dragon.
dragons.
I fought as a dragon.
I rode on
I
a
shot
dragon
a dragon
and
out
died.
of the sky.
I killed a dragon that first time.
All right. We're going to end the YouTube side of things. We're going to end the YouTube side of things, and then I'm going to show a big old preview of what's done of UBW Abridged episode 6 so far. Since we got like over $1,000 today, I'll just show everything that's been done of it. Bye, YouTube!
Bye, YouTube!
Body toast, you loved and appreciated!
Next time, I unleash them again upon the world.